Yo, what's the difference?
Yo.
There is a difference.
What?
Nah, we ain't say nothing.
Tell me.
We said nothing.
Nothing to
There was nothing offensive that we
It's
said.
I'm talking about the T-shirt though. Like it's the same thing.
You could have
just
said
gonna
you're gonna get a broccoli T-shirt.
Yeah,
You didn't say that.
a broccoli T-shirt. Yeah, I'm gonna get a broccoli
You
T-shirt.
had a
Man.
different accent when you said it.
Oh, sorry.
One day I say this all the time, right? One day I would love to make money off of this podcast. One day, right?
Yo, bad. That shit crazy.
On a Saturday! It's All Even with your boy Barry Grant. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at All Even Podcast. Is Twitter nowadays or X? You can listen to the show on Megaphone as well as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. I'm all over the place, man. And trust me, go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. Tell a friend to tell a friend because the page is growing. We got a full house tonight. Claw, how you doing?
Wolf.
Wolf, what's going on, my brother?
Shit.
Everything good?
Fantastic.
You feel better than you did last week?
Hell yeah.
Okay, cool. That's all I care about. I care about your safety, your well-being.
85%, baby. but I'll
85?
take it.
Okay.
I'll take it. I can
Let
still
him
play.
drop,
coach.
baby. Put me in.
Put you in?
No,
All right,
no,
cool,
no,
cool,
put me in,
cool.
put me in.
Jimmy the super intern's in the building. That's 2 weeks in a row. I like it.
Next week, I might be upstairs.
Yeah, okay. See, I got comfortable with you now. Now you're gonna be going again. I'll tell you, he's the Rolling Stone. That's what he is. But we love him. He's a super intern, right?
Family.
So, Phil's in the building.
Hey,
What's going on, man?
pleasure to be here.
You know, you're looking good. I don't know if you modeling for some magazine, but you always come over here fly. I appreciate it. You know, I tell Shirley McFreeze all the time that, you know, don't come in here and try to look better than me. I don't like that. I don't like that. I like the fact that you off camera because if you were sitting here, I wouldn't appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
I feel very, very small about myself. Pause. You know? Shirley McFreeze,
Yo,
how you doing, man?
good, bro. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. How are you feeling?
I'm alive.
You know the thing is with me, I feel fantastic this week. You know why? Because I said on the show last week, hey, I would like to see Chilling McFreeze go a month with no haircut.
This is the last
Right?
week.
Let the scruff grow.
Last
And
week.
he came here this week, and the scruff is still there. So like I said, I told him, I don't have to speak to you. I'ma just go above your head. You know, I got level T clearance. Right? I got level T clearance. Now I'll just go ahead and speak to her. Right? And lo and behold, he come in here, scruff. Right? That's how we do it. That's how we gonna do things from now on. Right?
Off season.
Facts. He don't have an off season. He too pretty for that. I don't like that. I don't like I don't like it. But when the winter time come, he better understand that there's a policy. This is not that like the Yankees where they have to like be clean cut. No. Scruffs.
It's the opposite.
Beards. Okay?
Beards.
Yankees.
That's what we need here. Nicole on the ones and twos, a silent assassin. How you doing? That's a very good hat. I like that hat. Hey, you styling today, boy. She always coming in with the nice fashion. You know, the ripped jeans is her patent, right? That's her patent look. If I see Nicole somewhere else with no ripped jeans, I'm like, okay, what's going on here? What are you doing? Right? Like you're not Nicole. What's going on here?
Where's the niece?
Right. Where are the knees? Right? Jeff's in the building.
What up, bro? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I mean, like it's always good to see you. I know I'm going to get a lot of football knowledge here today. So, you know, it's not going to get contentious. You know, I'll make sure I'll make sure I keep my anger to a 4. You know what I mean?
I'll keep mine to a 4 too.
Right. But there's somebody else sitting on the chair. I haven't seen this individual in months. I haven't seen him since February. And the last time I remember February, what happened in February, everybody? Was it the Super Bowl? And there was a certain bet that happened around that time, and somebody was like, hey, I can guarantee that my team's gonna win. Hey. And then we had a nice episode where, you know, bet came through and
Special episode.
yeah.
On location.
On location, you know what I mean? Shouts to Green Apple, shouts to the guys over there. Welcome back to the show, Al, the crazy Eagles fan. How you doing? Hey!
I get myself around the
My guy, man. It's good to see you. You look good.
Thank you, man.
You know what I mean? How do you feel?
I mean, I feel good. I feel good. Summer's been flying by like a bunch of chicks in the Ultimate Screaming A. You know, but that's a bar.
That is a bar.
That's a bar. But you know, everything's been. I've been keeping busy.
How's life since the tattoo?
Life since the tattoo has been interesting. You know what I mean? It's a fun story. You know, it's like the God-given icebreaker.
Hey, it's a nice conversation piece.
Summertime's out. You know, I'm putting my shorts on and everything like that. So every now and then, somebody puts on my leg and say, "Hey, who's that guy?"
Right.
And I say, "Let me tell you a story."
I like that. That's bars. Okay. Bars. Lots to get into today, though. There's a whole bunch of NFL topics. I mean, there's not much basketball stuff because who really cares about basketball in August, right? It's all football. It's all football all the time, right? So let's go ahead and see what we got here. We got the Hall of Fame game, Jets watch, and all of that stuff is gonna, we're gonna talk about that with Claw and also with Al and Jeff. Ronald Jones suspended. It's interesting. PEDs.
Oh yeah,
right?
You can
talk about that.
On them.
Nickelodeon is back in the streaming service in regards to the Super Bowl. They look like they're about to host the Super Bowl again, which is going to be great. I like that.
That's fine.
Alvin Kamara's suspension has come down. We know exactly how many games he's going to get. I gotta throw a shot at Adam Schefter as well too.
And which ones?
Yeah, I got. And when it's going to happen? My goodness, the worst. Johnny Manziel had he had a confession and said some real deep things about his time with the Cleveland Browns in 2016. So definitely want to dive into that because obviously that's a big topic in the world today. You know what I mean? So we definitely gonna have to get into that. Cowboys give my man Hooker a 3-year extension. I love the way that sounds. Cowboys give Hooker money. Bars.
Sounds like
Bars.
a regular situation.
Facts. Jerry gives Hooker money. Yeah. That's gonna be the title. That's gonna be the title. Sorry, Jerry, but I gotta put it out there.
Sound like Fred was handing out money.
Right. What else we got here? We have. No, this is old. Mark Jackson gets fired from ESPN or let go, or whatever you want to call it. Doc Rivers replaced. So we're gonna talk about the changing of the guard as well as ESPN, right? Dr. J said something and he jumped out the window. I gotta get him.
That's old.
I gotta get him. Anthony Davis signs an extension. Pretty good. I want to know from the group if it's a good extension or is it a bad extension. What else we got here? We have my Mets rant. Of course, you gotta have a Mets rant every so often, right? Gotta have a Mets rant and talk about that. My irrelevant news of the week. And then the greatest segment on the planet. Dummy of the week.
Dummy, yeah.
You trying to sneak down here? You staying or you going? Oh, okay. Jasmine's staying. So, yeah. Before we get into any sports topics, obviously, there's so much to talk about, right? Lizzo. I need to hear it. Right? So, all of us could be able to chime in. What the hell is going on here? We hear conflicting reports about she's this animal. She forces people to do things. And then they have other people talking about, it was the greatest time of my life. I didn't have no problem with Lizzo. Where can we, is there somewhere in the middle here? Is she a mad scientist? Is she a dictator? What's going on here? Right?
Nah, I'm going to go ahead and say we've seen a lot of people who we think are mad nice in public be monsters behind the scenes.
That's facts.
So I think low key Lizzo might be a terror, bro.
Yeah?
I think so too, man.
Is that a consensus around the room?
Yeah. I think Lizzo's just one of the guys.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. So who's saying the story about the strip club? Like, can somebody go into that for me? Because I'm hearing that she was so.
Yeah, so with the strip club, the part of the story, because there's so many different allegations.
Right.
I only heard the strip club part. At first, I was kind of on Lizzo's side, but y'all convinced me, man. I think she's a terror. But like, nah, the strip club thing was the first part that I heard was she was just in the strip club and she was kind of forcing the dancers to touch on the dudes. And the dancers who left were saying like they didn't really want to be in that environment. They didn't really want to be touching on the guys, and they felt like if they didn't do that, they would have been kicked off the tour. So at first, I'm calling bullshit because it's like, yo, first of all, it's a strip club. You already know what it's about. Y'all girls having fun on tour. If she's forcing you, I don't think she's like standing over you, like forcing you to do something. Y'all probably just drunk, and she's like, go, go, go.
Right.
But then apparently there's another part to the story involving bananas.
No, man.
that I didn't really know about.
Well, were they at the male strip club or the female strip club? Because I heard that they were trying to get the.
Well, I mean, it might be a couple of nights. I mean, couples to tour,
Yeah,
but
fucking
I don't want to mess up the banana part. Can we get somebody else?
Yeah,
to...
who can confirm that? Jimmy, what confirm that for me.
The article I'm reading, there's a seem to be mention of bananas possibly.
Bananas with the women strippers?
It didn't seem very clear.
So I think one of the strip club nights, the women were playing with bananas and possibly cucumbers. In
I
a way
see.
that only women could play with.
Right.
It doesn't just to eat bananas placed in nude dancers' genitals.
Man.
It doesn't really give a gender.
Right. So Lizzo's was
trying to get them to eat the banana. But I mean, if you peel it, I can see.
That's a twist.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
This
like,
story isn't as
Yo.
exciting anymore for me. I'm gonna not gonna lie to you.
Glizzo,
Heal it.
Lizzo was forcing Glizzo.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit this one out.
Yo,
I don't. Yeah,
Dude.
wild, bro.
I ain't gonna hold you. And wasn't she skinny shaming people?
Fat shame.
Well, I mean, that part I'm with, because, like, yeah, we fat, but we can only be so fat until you start affecting the performance of the dance.
Come on, son.
Nah, come on, son. Like, we can only be so fat. Yo, Lizzo, she big, but she can move. And she be playing the flute. Like, she big, but she athletic. You know what I mean? Like, she could definitely be a fullback.
No
Wait.
disrespect to nobody.
He saw me.
That's what we call it. We call it playing the flute now.
Lizzo the biggest girl in that room. I
Yo.
seen the little Twitter or what was it, X now?
X, yeah.
I seen the
Which is wild.
the X thread where they had the three girls.
Crazy already. X thread.
Yeah,
that's
where that
wild.
Yeah. Facts.
But I saw the girls on the thread. Lizzo bigger than all of them put together, man. Like, I don't care, man.
But
Yeah, but
Lizzo like
she's still
twinkle
a star,
toes,
though.
though, bro. Like, she an athlete. Like, she be on stage 2 hours.
Like
Dancing,
offensive
rolling,
lineman,
shaking.
Man.
But, yo, that's athletic.
That's nuts.
That's athletic, bro.
Lizzo built like Jeff Saturday, man. Like,
Yo, my man Jeff might even go to the Hall of Fame.
You said the brickish
Right
shot.
there. What you mean, son?
and not new Jeff Saturday. I'm talking old Jeff Saturday.
Yo. Moving on. Your man. Listen, I'm excited. I gotta blow the horns for this one. Pause. My man Andrew Tate is free. Andrew Tate is free. Alright? All of those allegations
Off house arrest.
dropped. Off house arrest. Right?
Yeah, he off house arrest though. He still got to go to trial.
Alright, well.
That's why I ain't get hype.
Let me not jump the gun then. So he's off house arrest, but do we honestly feel that some allegations is a sentence in his future? Opinion. I just need opinions. Hey, obviously, we're not lawyers.
They're trying to make an example.
Yeah.
They want to make an example of him.
Because I've heard him speak. Like I heard some podcast that he was on. He sound pretty plausible to me. That's what I'm saying.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he innocent. I'm saying you're innocent until proven guilty. That's all it is, right? So we gotta go with that.
I'm just gonna say with the whole human trafficking, sex trafficking. Every time we hear that, we think of Taken. And it's not like that at all.
Right.
A lot of that is voluntary.
Yeah.
Most human trafficking literally is moving somebody from one country to another. So if no disrespect, but if I pick up a couple of Mexicans and I cross the border, I'm now a human trafficker. Nah, come on, though. We have to be able to come up with we have to be able to come up with
It took that long to hit the button? Word?
Yo, you could have said somewhere.
It had the process. It had the process in my head. I was like, what are you saying?
Downplay human trafficking.
But real talk, you can catch that
Human
trafficking
trafficking.
charge for nothing.
You can
Nah, you
catch that
can't.
for nothing.
Everybody
But
gets human trafficking.
I'm not saying that.
Out
See,
there,
that's messed up.
yeah. Like Mexico's a reach because Mexico, you only coming into the U.S. or whatever. But like in France to Spain, you can catch it.
You
Right.
can catch
It's
it.
down the
he's
block.
right, he's
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Right, it's even simpler than that. Like, if I didn't know my female friend was selling pussy,
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
see,
dropped
I
her
didn't-
off
I didn't
somewhere,
go there.
that's
I didn't go
human
there.
trafficking.
Wait. Why is that human trafficking?
Because
you're not
transporting somebody
You're not selling her pussy.
No, but
She's
you're transporting her to sell.
to sell, so
For her to
it's
make
trafficking.
money.
Right.
oh,
There's
That's
a
what I'm
lot.
trying to say.
That's a loophole.
Like,
It's
a lot of gray
we go
area.
straight
Okay.
to taking, bro, but it don't really be like that. Like,
There's a lot of gray area, bro.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
a lot of gray area.
Any dude that doesn't know that his girl's selling pussy is a fucking idiot.
Moving on. Real quick, obviously this is a sports topic, but I'm not talking about it in the duration of the show. Errol Spence may have to.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna go Stephen A. and say that he needs to retire, but
You take a long break.
right, he needs to take a nice sabbatical because
He can't.
what that showed me is that he is not a tactical fighter. What I saw in that fight was a guy that has no real boxing skill, and it's more about physical ability, right? I saw Terrence Crawford put on a boxing
clinic
exhibition.
Yeah.
Straight counterpunching.
after round.
Nothing but counterpunching.
Nothing but technical. For
Nothing but technical counterpunching. So it should that's what people don't understand about boxing is that you can take the records out of it, right? If you have a guy that's a brawler going against a boxer, 9 times out of 10 that boxer will win. Because with a brawler, they're looking for that one punch.
Yep.
With a boxer, they can beat you in so many different ways. They can jab you. They can be able to counterpunch. They can be able to be a defensive guy. Crawford put on all of that in one fight.
It was bad.
It was I haven't seen a beating like that in years.
And he was catching them clean, too.
Right. The last beating I saw like that was when Clubber Lang beat the hell out of when Clubber Lang beat the hell out of Rocky in Rocky 3. He beat the hell out of him. Right? Prediction. Prediction. Pain. That's what I predict. Killed Mickey too. He did a whole bunch of stuff in that movie. Right? That's what I saw Terrence Crawford did to Errol Spence. It was bad.
It was bad.
And what's crazy is that we had to pay for the fight, right? So, family member, we had to pay for the fight. I was tight. I was mad. She was like $80. That's what I paid for. That type of beating.
That wasn't a fight.
It wasn't a fight.
Spence wants a rematch. I'm like,
Nah, no rematch.
Yeah, you
no
don't
rematch.
go nothing with that.
I want no rematch.
Yeah, it needs to be featured on Get My Ass Kicked.
Facts.
Got to get his brain evaluated before.
Right, exactly. That was CTE when he was talking about rematch. It was CTE. Because I'm sure he woke up the next morning and said, "Yo, did I say rematch? I need a break.
I need a refund."
Right. I need a redo.
I
I need to redo that statement.
Questions after the first question, y'all should have stopped.
Yo,
That man was
dude,
not in his right
he
mind,
looked
bro.
like Martin after the Tommy Hitman episode. I don't want to fight no more. He's like, you will always be the hitman. That's what he said. Like, that's what he looked like. It was bad. It was bad. So, Errol Spence, take a break. Like, certain beatings like that, you need to take a break. You need to go back to the drawing board. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, a lot goes on the trainer. I said it on my, now, what is the proper term now if it's X? You X'd? Or you tweet?
Yeah, I don't know.
What is the proper term?
You gotta say Twex or something like
Twex?
that. Twex.
I be feeling dirty going into that.
Right.
Sometimes,
So let's use that. Let's use that, Claw. I twexed, right? I twexed and said that his trainer is to blame, right? What was the game plan? There was no game plan. You know that Bud Crawford is a technical fighter. What was your game plan? Use a jab. So your jab is gone. They took the jab away. So you have nothing else.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
You need to go back to the drawing board and fix a lot of technical things that you don't have. And maybe that trainer, that trainer is not the guy that you need. Maybe you need to switch trainers. So,
and I don't see him being ready for that within the rematch. In time for a good
that's
rematch.
what I'm saying.
So,
Depends on when the rematch is set up.
Yeah. Moving on, because I'm not going to spend no time on somebody that gets his ass whipped. They said something interesting. Oh, I got to pull it up. I have to pull it up about New York. I think y'all will find this interesting. It says New York residents consume the most marijuana in the world. You guys know that?
You know, that's crazy. That's exactly what I knew he was going to talk about.
Yo.
You said
Is
that?
it,
Yeah.
It's not. I don't know if it's the world. Is it the world or the country?
The world.
This is the world, yeah.
The world.
I believe it.
The world.
You walked past Central Park recently?
And
I
Nah.
believe it too. You mean you stepped 1 foot into Manhattan?
Dude, you step 1 foot out here.
More than Cali though.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah,
trying
way
to
more than Cali.
Yo,
Yeah.
Cali don't
LA?
smell, yo,
Yeah.
Cali don't be
No
smelling like
way.
weed like that.
Yeah.
Cali don't
Out
smell
here-
like weed when you walk
Bro.
Out here, it
out-
smells like weed out here.
Out here,
Because
dude.
it's condensed. Everybody lives on top of each other. Pause. So that's probably what it is.
But it still doesn't
We
mean
smoke.
that a lot of
When
people
they
ain't
were talking
smoking.
about like as per sales,
Right.
Like we buy the most.
The most.
Oh, because of
Period.
the dispensaries.
Them little dispensaries. But
Yeah.
When they pull up and they 2-year-olds and 1-year-olds smell.
When the 2-year-old and 1-year-olds are smoking.
Dispensaries, then
OD, bro. OD.
it shows them.
Yo,
It shows you what it is.
How angry people got when they suggested that they stopped letting people smoke everywhere.
yeah, they pulled that one real quick.
They put all I heard was you better cut cigarettes out. You better stop everything. I can't smoke weed. Well, I want to smoke weed.
Yeah, they not. Yeah, that cat's already out the bag, bro.
I ain't gonna hold you though. They be ODing when it's like when you're in the park with your kids and all that shit.
That's
like
yeah.
fam.
Like
They gotta be decency though.
There needs to be some a little bit of decorum, right? Like if you seeing kids around the playground, like why would you think it's appropriate to smoke 5 feet away from the playground?
I'm gonna smoke
Like,
gas
you know what I
in
mean?
front of a 2-year-old
Yeah.
that just walked out the stroller.
Whoop your ass, hands and feet on you,
Like,
easy.
You got people pushing strollers with blunts in their mouths, man.
That's true
crazy
too.
right now.
That's true too.
You got the babies rolling it up too in the Bronx.
Yeah, facts.
Oh gosh.
Moving on. Yo, have y'all heard about this new TikTok challenge?
Oh God.
Nah,
Which one?
It's called death diving.
Jesus.
God.
I don't even know about it.
So people are literally jumping off of like rocks and cliffs or whatever it is, and they're doing like death dives. So obviously, you know, when a dead body or how a dead body looks, they're imitating that and dropping in the water, not realizing they can hurt and kill themselves doing that. What is wrong with these people?
I gave up on TikTok. It's kind of late though. Like I just gave up on TikTok.
I gave up on them once they started. There was this bleach challenge that people were doing back in the day.
Oh,
The bleach pods.
Yeah.
But people were eating.
Oh yeah,
People were
yeah.
eating the-
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I never got on TikTok.
Idiots.
Idiots.
They were eating the
Idiots, dude.
Nah, cause of the lotto ripped me out the plastic. I've been acting brand new,
People literally been wrapping themselves in plastic.
and somebody died.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I'm done. Like that. Not now. Nothing else is gonna surprise me. At that point, nothing else could surprise me.
Yeah.
So it was just like, yeah,
Hold what?
Yeah.
yeah. She
Wrap, like
wrapped herself in plastic, and she couldn't get it off. in
like
time.
Players Club?
Like yeah,
No, not Players Club. What's the other
booty
one?
call.
Booty call.
Yeah. But literally like a new package.
Yeah.
And you wrap yourself so
That's
tight
all.
and couldn't get out and you
The
kill
Lotto
yourself.
song.
Because of a mediocre rap bar?
Yeah.
Dude, people are, I'm telling you, idiot brain is spreading like wildfire.
Oh God.
Wildfire.
Like
Death diving.
Like anal bleach isn't down now because you gotta have a brown booty hole now. Like that's just
Right.
the shit. Like
Right.
nobody does it anymore.
People like, huh,
Oh, they killed the
Bleaching.
It's not a thing no more.
I'm
yeah.
bleaching. I'm not ashamed of my brown booty hole anymore.
Yeah.
The song says it.
Play my song.
What are we doing?
That's crazy.
That song is hard.
That's just can't. I can't. So yeah, I guess that's all the big topics. We kind of went through that pretty fast. It's good. It's really good. Round of applause.
I mean, good. Yeah. Fucking 3 weeks of goddamn Canadian wildfires. I'm
Facts.
good. I'm happy on
Facts.
no news. No
Facts.
news is good news.
No
around
news.
This time.
No news is good news. We're not talking about no aliens. We're not talking about the world getting hot. I mean, that's still happening, but
Ocean boy.
Yeah, this was,
ocean boiling
this was the hottest summer
on record.
on record.
And it will continue. The aliens trying to, like I said it last week, the aliens been trying to come here and try to tell us, listen, you know that the earth is starting to burn. Like we trying to help y'all. Every time we come down here with a new ship, y'all want to go ahead and steal it and try to experiment on us.
Yeah,
we
fine.
trying to help y'all.
Nah, aliens are coming down here now because they said, they almost done killing themselves off. We
Yeah.
about to move right in.
Terraforming. That's what that's called. That's all I'm saying. You heard that word? You're gonna keep hearing it. Terraforming. After the break, we're gonna talk about some sports. I don't know what the hell we're gonna into, but we gonna talk about
We'll
something
figure it out.
after the break.
Yo, it's your man DJ G Money from that Flip the Script podcast. You see it? We in the studio right now. Flip, shut up. Yeah. Oh, listen. Shout out to the All Even podcast. My man Barry Grant Jr. What's up, man? What happened? What you want to say to the people?
Shout out somebody else's podcast.
Yeah, don't make it the joint. What's up?
All even.
All Even
Yo, it
podcast.
ain't even up here, boy. Let's put this go. What's up, man? All even. Yo, you. Oh my God. What's up with you, man? Now you well, that's a shout out. You keeping this?
Yeah, keep all that. You want to jump
All
in the
even
camera?
podcast, right?
Yeah, all
Shout out
even.
to All Even podcast, right? All even. That's your man.
My man.
All right, shout out to All Even podcast.
100%. He cool. Is he cool? Let me see. Is he cool?
G. What is it, G? Oh. Shout out, G. Oh.
He cool, man.
That's why
Hall of Fame game yesterday. First one in probably forever. And
Like a year.
huh?
Like a year, right?
Yeah, they have it every year.
For us? Not for us.
Well, not for you guys.
Yeah. Relax, guys. We're still new here.
They never picked the Jets for that.
They never picked us for that one. And they didn't even get their money's worth because Aaron Rodgers didn't play. So
Right.
they saw Zach Wilson again.
Wait, he did throw an impressive touchdown though.
He threw a 57-yard pass.
57, yeah.
It was nice. It was good. In front of the guy, not behind him, not in the wind. He still has to work on his composure in the pocket.
Yeah.
He's still trying to dance, you know what I'm saying? And he ain't got a rhythm to dance. So
Are you sold on him a little bit more? Or?
I'm sold on him playing a role as a backup. I'm more sold on him as accepting his role as a backup.
Okay. That's fair.
But he has to know that what comes with that but it's really on your shoulders. If the shit goes down, you can't afford to be scared.
Right.
So it's like the fact that you actually have an opportunity to get another chance and then learn from somebody like Aaron Rodgers, bro, you should have no negativity or anything to say except I have to work harder.
Your man Streebler's still there?
It damn sure is. Played last night, baby. That's my man. So
He ain't never gonna drop
I
over
don't
that
give a
first
fuck
round.
as long as he's
That's-
still on that
that's
team.
Exactly, yeah. He ain't gonna go no
I
higher
got
than
to
that.
get number 15.
You're not gonna find that jersey. You gonna have to make it.
Yeah.
You have to do it.
You got
Or that shit custom.
you got to
get
make
a
that. You got to
Jets
make
website.
right. You got to get a plain jersey and get all the individual letters and put it on there yourself.
I'm gonna get a stream shirt from Home Depot.
They not buying that. But what are the takeaways from the game, Al? Like,
Zach, like you said, Zach Wilson needs to work on his composure a little
Uh-huh.
bit more. The first drive ended because he slipped trying to run for the first down. They'd have been able to make it a little bit further on that first drive if he didn't do that. He came back after that. I think it was the second drive where he had that touchdown, right?
Mhm.
And then the third drive ended off with a punt, then he went to the next quarterback.
okay,
There are more takeaways probably for me personally,
Any fantasy nuggets?
a couple of fantasy nuggets. If we're doing fantasy nuggets, you're probably going to find a little bit more on the Brown side,
Okay.
other than the Jet side. Jet side, you know exactly what's going on over
You know what
there.
to look for already.
But what's the name of the third round pick that the Browns had? The receiver. He was looking really good. The guy who impressed me the most though was the running back for Cleveland that they had playing. He had, I think it was 65 yards, 16-yard touchdown. He was doing punt returns as well. He was catching passes. I think he didn't get that many yards. It was like 2 for 3, 9
Hey,
yards.
not too much, not too much. That's why Saquon not getting paid right now.
you doing too much. You doing too much.
But the running back looked good. The wide receivers that they have look good. The third string running back actually changed the whole dynamic of the game for Cleveland. And when you take a look at the scheme that they're running, I'm really interested to see what kind of Deshaun Watson we're going to have inside that scheme. Because if we have the Deshaun Watson that we had in Houston running the scheme that I saw in the second half of that game, it's a really
All
different
right.
type of thing.
Okay, Watson, you on the clock, bro, because yesterday was last year was a mulligan year. You got all that money. You messed up the whole quarterback market, and you got Lamar Jackson out here looking crazy. Burrow ain't even get paid yet. Like, nah, bro. Now it's time to show and prove. So for Watson, now that you gave that great analysis on the Hall of Fame game, I understand it's the Hall of Fame game, so we can't look at the players, but we can definitely look at the scheme. And if you don't show and prove this year, like, you're gonna have to give some of that money back, bro.
I mean, listen, they gave him that guaranteed money. He ain't going nowhere. Whether he bad or not is the Cleveland Browns. They don't
He
give a
came
shit.
from the Texans, bro.
Right. You go from the Texans to the Browns, dude. Like it's rough.
But yo, I will say though, and this is one of my sleeper teams of this year is the Browns.
You are definitely on the Browns bandwagon.
I said that before. I see it. Like even with the Elijah Moore trade, I mean, granted, it's still depth. They still got Peoples Jones.
Mm-hmm.
They have that other guy and Joku. Oh yes, yeah, solid. Still got Chubb. And who's the other wide receiver over there? There was another wide receiver that they had that was their go-to.
Oh, Cooper. Cooper's still there.
They still got tools.
They had and the defense is still good.
The defense, but that division is not what it was.
Yeah,
the Steelers is on the come up.
I think you're wrong. I think that division is going to be very good this year.
I don't know.
I think.
But it depends on
Burrow.
If it's good, it could be competitive though.
Yeah,
like, you got everybody
I think
Burrow, he might be hurt, but when he comes back, he's always going to be a problem. Lamar Jackson, at least for the first 8 to 9 games, is going to be on fire. So that could be enough to mess up your season if you got him play them twice within that time. And the Steelers, they ain't going to be no slouch.
I do think that every team in that division has a chance to win 10 games. Yeah, like 10 plus games.
Lamar and them, you're going to see some magic from that team.
Well, if he can stay healthy, I think that they're going to be one of the best teams in the AFC. I agree with that. Yeah.
I think if they pull back the force runs on them and they let
I think they should.
It's a new scheme though, so we got to see what it's going to be.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what Todd Monken has, because he's a very dynamic guy that likes to take chances, and he has a pretty unique offensive scheme. So I'm curious to see if Lamar can be able to, do what he needs him to do in that system. Because if he can, it's gonna be pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty good division.
So based on that game, Mr. Claw, do you like what you've seen out of the ancillary parts of the Jets?
Yeah, no. The defense, the first round, the first team out there was doing what they needed to do.
Yeah.
That kid McDonald is solid.
Yeah.
He came off the edge on this one play.
Will McDonald, yeah.
I need to watch again. I was listening to it like an old man, so I was in the car and shit like that. Yo,
yeah, you had a transistor radio?
It was a good time.
Yeah.
And it was fuzzy too. It was like static.
Morse code.
Listening on AM radio?
Yeah. This shit was great. But yo, dog came off that corner and we don't have anybody to bring that type of pressure. So you mix him with Quentin Williams and everybody up, bro. We are.
They're gonna be okay. I think they're gonna live up to the hype. Even if they don't win a Super Bowl, I think just on the season, the games that they're gonna have, their level of excitement, the games, and
they're playoff bound,
and their games are gonna have meaning to them.
Yeah,
improvement. But yo, see, that's the thing. Like the media, you know what I'm saying? 2-hand twist on us is like, oh, you're gonna be Super Bowl. Really and truly, we just want to compete.
Really and truly, you guys just want to make the playoffs.
That's it. But we just want to be able to compete, to make the games watchable and be like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, see my pops like bowl up his hat, you know what I'm saying? And like, my man would take a hat like this and fold it up into a little tiny like piece of paper mache. You seen it? And throw that shit around the house. Like, I'm over that.
Facts.
Getting older.
Facts. You know what game I'm really interested in seeing with them when they face Denver? I think, what is it?
That's week 5.
Week 5,
yeah.
I really want to see after all.
I think everybody wants to see that. Yeah, everybody wants to see that.
They're gonna smoke their boots.
I think they're gonna smoke their boots.
Denver gonna get their boots smoked.
Because here's the thing with Denver, right? Granted, the defense, it was
mediocre.
And I don't wish injury on nobody. But if Russ goes down,
it's not enough.
It's Christmas, bro. It's
even
over.
Even if Russ doesn't go down,
big bounce back year for us.
I doubt that.
I really think it's a big bounce back year for us. Like maybe it's too much faith in what
Sierra?
Sean Payton does.
Oh, sorry.
Well, at least Sierra on that.
Pull that mic a little closer to you.
Bounce back in what way though? As in he'll be a good player, because he can be a good player and they don't really go anywhere.
Or bounce back like Lizzo.
I think it's going to be more than being a good player. I think he has an opportunity to be a dynamic player. And look, maybe I'll be wrong. I think he can be a dynamic player again. I don't think he's going to be the same rusher that he was going to be, but I think he's going to be a lot smarter with the football. And I think the decisions that he makes this year under Sean Payton are going to be a lot better. And as far as the outcome of what happens when they're playing the games.
I mean, that I see what you're saying in regards to that, but you know what
because there's too much talent on that team.
I get it, but the thing is that I always go back to with Russell Wilson is that if you look back and kind of peel the curtain back a bit, look deeper into his game, it's not really a smart quarterback. He takes a lot of chances. And a lot of people don't realize that maybe Pete Carroll knew something that we didn't know. Meaning that, hey, I think we need to run the ball a little bit more. I wonder why. Right?
Yeah,
I wonder why he decided to run the ball so often, because he may have wanted to keep his quarterback under wraps and less turnover prone. Because if you throw the ball more, you're more liable to make mistakes. So who's to say if Sean Payton goes ahead and opens up this offense, because everybody's thinking that Russell Wilson is going to be able to do what you need him to do, you might see a lot more turnovers than you're expecting.
And to that point, when the first game happened when Russ was bad, that was like a shocker to the world. We came in here, we talked about it on the pod, and even I said to B, yo, it's the first game. Because Russell Wilson made the critical mistake at the end with that not doing the timeout. Yep. So I was like, you know what? Let's give him a pass. This game number 1. As the season goes along and you looking back, you got to take that pass away. That game was lost on you and your inability to play football
as a veteran quarterback.
So I don't know if
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, like, if you ain't, I don't know if Sean Payton brings that out of you.
Right.
But
you know what I mean? Like,
but
that
Sean
was
Payton's
a you
not
decision.
Leave that in your hands. The same way Pete Carroll's not leaving that in your hands, Sean Payton's not.
I ain't gonna hold you.
But you gotta remember, Sean Payton had Drew Brees.
Drew Brees. Like 10 years in, I should be able to leave something like that in your hands.
You don't never have to worry about something like that with the Drew Brees as your quarterback.
Yeah. The fact that Russell Wilson did that even goes, like, I had to give him a pass in the beginning, but now later, a year later, that's like the biggest standout.
Correct. So yeah, so we'll see, but yeah, I don't have much faith in Russell Wilson. I think he's washed.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I call it.
Moving
I
on.
don't think he's washed.
Going to the Cowboys. Here we got a couple topics. Ronald Jones suspended 3 games.
I don't think that means much for the Cowboys.
That doesn't really. Yeah. He's a backup. You know, he's there to be able to spell Pollard. You know, but we got to see if Pollard is going to be an every down back. But they have depth at the position. But you know, PEDs in football, kind of,
especially the older players. At this point, it's just like y'all got to rewrite.
Right. It's 3 games. You know, he'll be back in no time. I don't really think it's a big deal. Bigger deal is Cowboys giving Malik Hooker the 3-year extension. I think that was important to lock him up. Jerry Jones gives Hooker money. That's gonna be the headline.
Bars.
You know what I mean? Definitely bars. But that you know, I didn't think that Jerry was gonna do it. I thought that Hook, because he tends to not want to pay safeties. And that was something that came out of left field. So it's good to see that he got his money.
I think after Micah Parsons got to the team and the way he performed his first year, I think Jerry Jones wants the Cowboys to be an offensive team with a really good defense.
Absolutely.
I think he has to lean into the defense.
Have to.
It's undeniable.
The talent on the defensive side of the ball is amazing.
Yeah.
There's a lot. They have a lot of great players on the defensive side of the ball, and you don't want to mess that up.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you want to pay these guys so you can be able to keep that window of opportunity open. So I think he did a great job getting Hooker in here and keeping him, retaining him for that 3-year extension. Good move. The biggest news coming out of Oxnard right now is Trayvon Diggs and Dak Prescott having a little practice squam. Right, and then you had Shady McCoy go to. There's multiple people talking about, hey, I've never talked to my quarterback like, dude.
Get out of here.
It's practice. People fight. People throw helmets at each other. People are punching helmets in practice. Like, this is the least of anybody's concern. Like, this is not a big deal.
Nah, I don't know. You don't talk to your quarterback like that.
This is not a big deal.
So I got a question for you. Realistically, do you think that amongst the quarterbacks, because Dak elite-ish, amongst the elite quarterbacks, do you think anybody else is getting spoken to like that by their team?
We don't know because it's not on camera.
I don't see it happening.
You think somebody's calling Tom Brady a bitch ass nigga?
Why not? You don't think AB probably said that a couple times?
I mean,
like, come on now. Like, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here?
You can't make fun of mental health.
What are we talking about? I'm not making fun of mental health. I'm saying that AB's a wild man.
But I just saw Kelsey punch somebody in the face.
Right.
That's Kelsey.
But that's not the quarterback, is what I'm trying to say.
But we don't.
Still,
but like
the
I'm
face
saying,
of the team, though.
You don't know if somebody is saying something to whatchamacallit, because it all depends on what gets caught. We don't know. There's a lot of trash talk that happens in practice. There's a lot of fights that happen in practice. There's a lot of fights that happen in catering before practice.
When you're an entrenched quarterback and you're older and the elder statesman of your team, the Nick, I don't know. I don't think that's happening all around the league to quarterbacks.
Yo, Geno Smith got his shit wired years ago in the locker room of his own teammates.
As a high pick, got his jaw sewn.
Got his shit lined up.
Come on, bro. Come on now.
Through the wire.
Y'all over here. And that's what I'm saying. It's an argument. It's not like Trayvon threw punches at Dak. That's something. All right, cool. You going a little far.
Yeah,
but trash talk, dude.
That kind of seems like a guy I could get away with calling the bitch.
Yeah, he's new. We're both making the team. He's not an entrenched quarterback who's gotten paid, who's the face of the league. Like,
but also too,
he said that shit like, man, you been a bum.
but see the thing is, we don't know. We don't know the nature of their relationship. They could be mad cool. So if me and my best friend argue on a court, and nobody knows the nature of our relationship, they go, that look a little serious. You don't really know.
They might be Eskimo brothers, bro. Like,
you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
Multiple times. So that's my thing. It's like,
I don't think it's gonna break the team up, but for me, I don't really. When I saw the clip, I sent it to you. I was like, "Well, now, hold on now."
Yeah,
I shit on Dak all the time. That's still your quarterback. You need to relax.
That's par for the course.
Yeah, it's football. If you can't take that football,
par for the course.
But y'all got that little though.
Who Deuce Vaughn?
Whatever the hell, Deuce Bigelow, whatever.
Deuce.
Nigga, he like
Darren Sproles, whatever his name is, part 2.
Nah, Darren Sproles. Pause. I'm about to say Darren Sproles got a couple inches on him.
Pause. Relax.
Yo, turn his mic off, bro.
Wow.
It's getting spicy.
Wowzers.
Spicy.
Wowzers. Relax. Okay. Moving on. How's that one got to go?
We're at 19.
Okay, good. We good. Next topic. Alvin Kamara. Are we shocked? This is what I've been talking about over the past few weeks with the whole running back situation. Is that when you got guys that are the high end of the running back situation, they're the top tier, and they're getting in trouble like this, it does not bode well for everybody else trying to get paid. Alvin Kamara gets suspended 3 games, and that's not even the biggest story. I told you the biggest story today. It's very off topic of the suspension, but it's very related. Adam Schefter.
Facts.
So I'm on X, right? And I see the news break. Alvin Kamara suspended 3 games. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, they finally came down with suspension. Came quick. Pause. Hey, yo, what the fuck? Then another tweet came out. It said...
It's a Twix.
Twix, sorry.
Twix or whatever.
Twix. Another Twix came out and said that Alvin Kamara will be suspended for the first 3 games of the season.
That was the follow-up tweet. And then it listed all the weeks that he's suspended.
In my head, I'm like, was that needed to be said? Well, when you get suspended, I didn't know that a player can be able to choose when he gets suspended. I had no idea. Adam Schefter's breaking news to me now. So you be like, hey, we're going to suspend you 3 games. I'd like to be suspended week 9, week 12, week 16.
I got something to do on the 20th.
Right, if that's all right with you. I got a baby shower to go to. I can't really...
Well, devil's advocate, I got a question because I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
When you get suspended, if I appeal the suspension, doesn't the suspension get frozen until the appeal goes through?
Nope.
No.
Not with them.
No.
Adam Schefter gets a dummy.
I don't understand it.
I'm telling you, he gets paid per tweet, bro. He's making his money, bro.
I seen that. I'm like, what kind of idiot brain Twix is this?
It was for me. It was the follow-up tweet. It's just like, why did we need to follow it
what
up?
Did you?
But yo, for this generation, you have to be so
detailed
because they're going to ask you what, why, how, when. How
That's a good point. That might be true.
Who said so?
That might be true.
Like, they want to know everything without even like taking the context of, bro, the first 3 games of the season. Which season?
Of the preseason?
Next season?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, but they play 3 preseason games, though. Does that count?
He played last year. Does it count for last year?
Like, that's space. That space that's there.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
All right, so I guess we got to unsmoke. Okay, we take the smoke off for chef.
Oh no, he still gets it.
He still gets it.
He still gets it. I'm sorry.
Can we pivot though? Because I mean, every time I log onto X, I just feel mad dirty now, bro. I miss my Bluebird.
I do.
Yeah, that shit is wild. And then now it's X video.
I ain't gonna hold you.
No more.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'll tell you a story real quick.
My shit don't even work probably.
I'll tell you a story real quick.
The Bluebird is gone.
I was on my phone one day, right? So I was looking to post something I had posted on IG to Twitter, right? So I'm scrolling on my phone looking for the Bluebird. Can't find it, right? So I'm like, What's going on with what's happening with Twitter? I can't find it. So I said, what is this black X that's here on my phone? I said,
dirty, bro.
I said, did I download something I wasn't supposed to?
Right. You got the X-Hamster app.
Did I download some porn I wasn't supposed to? Like, what's going on here, right? So I go ahead and click. I'm like, this is Twitter. What is this? Then I seen there was a video of him driving. There's a big ass X on the bill. I said, when'd you do this? Yo, this man has tore down what we've loved so quickly.
It's facts, bro.
Fuck your memories, bro.
Yo,
Welcome to the new world.
that's crazy. X.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm looking at this shit now. I feel offended, bro.
Yo,
it's a mad dirty.
It's a Malcolm
bro.
X hat, bro.
Facts.
Like, it's a violation.
Man saw Malcolm X as
Straight from Baby Kids, it was like, nah, I got this one. Hold on. I'm gonna rebrand this whole shit. That's foul.
Yo, that's
foul.
crazy.
Very foul.
Did he give an explanation as to why?
What does he ever?
Yeah.
Damn.
He bought the company. He could do
Shit
what
is
he
dark.
wanted.
He ain't gotta do no explanation.
I'm saying it's mad dark. The blue is mad inviting, bro. Like this is like.
I don't like it.
He can do whatever he likes.
He can do whatever he likes.
To the point where there was a guy on Twitter who had the username X. Kicked him right off.
They even pay for it.
They changed his name. They changed his name like in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Changed it to like X with numbers.
They put EX. Instead of X, put EX on your joint.
Oh, his name's taken? All right, we'll just change his name. And we'll
That's
move on.
crazy. Yo, the world as we know it,
Yeah, I
the
know,
world that
man.
we love, it's gone.
It's gone, bro.
Twitter's gone. What else is gone?
How long before you think the app is dead? Like dead?
It's dead already.
Well, it's dead, but I mean, off, gone.
I mean, it may never be gone.
Whenever
Yeah.
when he wakes up one day and said that it wants to be,
Yeah.
he wants it to be gone, which can be it could be tomorrow, it could be 3 years from
Like,
now.
I'm trying to remember now. MySpace died that fast.
MySpace,
At least MySpace.
I ain't gonna hold
yo,
you.
MySpace was fire.
But
Son.
MySpace died fast.
But that
It
kind of
did.
had like a
it was here
funeral.
one
It
day
did.
and gone the
It
next.
kind of
That
had a
shit
funeral.
was-
How
on
long
IG.
was MySpace actually here though?
It was rocking for a bit.
It was rocking for a minute, but then everybody collectively moved to Facebook.
Right?
So
Because
then it was
remember,
kind of like almost like a MySpace.
Facebook was just for the college kids.
Yeah.
Once they
That-
opened it up to
that's
everybody.
when it was exclusive. Like when you had Facebook, oh, you had Facebook, man? Like, oh.
And you couldn't even go to like a rinky-dink college.
Nah.
But it was
wasn't
like
no national
collectively
Yeah.
they moved
going
over,
there.
so it was kind of like a cool thing. Like, man, but like
Right.
this is different, bro.
Yeah, I don't like it, man. I don't like
I
it.
don't like it at all.
Yo, anybody on Threads?
Nah, that's too much of a commitment.
Yeah, I think I'd rather get used to TikTok.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I downloaded the Threads account, but I haven't. I posted probably like 2 things, and that was it.
I looked at it
Yeah,
to see what's going
I can't
on.
keep up with it, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It's
no.
just too much. Too many apps.
Yeah.
I gave up after Snapchat.
Yeah.
That was it for me.
I was never on that. I
didn't know how to use it.
See, freaks like you
Snapchat
get on
was a dirty
Snapchat. Yeah, see,
Yeah, Snapchat.
I've heard.
Snapchat's a dirty place.
It's a
See?
dirty place.
Yeah, I know.
Zion know all about knows all about Snapchat.
Zion, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, Zion doing good. Ain't nothing come out this week, man.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
It's still early?
Yeah, it's still early.
Yeah, season's up.
August just started.
Yeah,
Season
facts.
around the corner. After the break, we'll talk. Is there any more football stuff going on? There has to be. After the break.
Yo, this is Cigar Gents and Gals. I want to give a shout out to my boy Barry. Before leaving the podcast, keep doing your thing, bro. Killing it.
Nickelodeon.
What?
What?
So,
You heard it, right?
Whoa.
Nickelodeon.
That's not what I heard.
Oh,
Yeah, I said Nickelodeon.
All right.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I want to know what you heard.
I heard the same thing.
I know.
I want to know what you heard.
Let's go ahead again.
I heard X.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
Right?
much better.
Is streaming the Super Bowl for the 2nd straight year. Now, Claude was telling me, because I didn't watch it, but he said that he watched it with his kids.
That shit was
And
fire.
it was an interactive experience, and it was dope. There was slime and stuff
Slime,
on the
yeah.
screen. And I think that's a dope way to kind of like, get the kids to get involved with football, man. So the fact that they got the okay to do it again for a 2nd straight year, you might see other people try to get involved with this as well. So it's dope. This could be another money maker for the NFL. I mean, you know how they do, man. So
It's super dope. They did the Christmas game. I think it was Denver versus
Yeah, with the SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
That was lit.
Yeah,
bro.
SpongeBob and Patrick calling the game.
That was
If they somebody scored a touchdown, you saw like
Oh, so there was like a simulcast between
Yeah, it was
SpongeBob
That's
and
what I'm
Patrick?
saying. Like, they can make some money. They can have the Super Bowl on like 2, maybe 3 channels. They can have the main game for the adults and the big parties. They can have the Nickelodeon version for the kids. And then every year they can do like a Manning cast type thing where like people outside the culture are commenting. I'm just going to throw this like a Kim K. On
No,
life.
no.
I know, but that'll literally get women to watch, bro.
It's over.
It's
Britney,
over.
bro.
It's over. Give me Britney. Right. Give me Britney.
Lizzo.
Yeah. Give me Cardi B. Give me Cardi.
Body.
But nah, I mean, it's a great concept. It's a great idea. Like whoever came up with that he's
great,
up
great
right now. You know what I mean? Like that's a dope concept. Who else could you see get into this type of situation? Like another station or platform? Like who? Because Amazon already got Thursday Night Football, so they can't get into it. But who else kind of?
Peacock got some shit. They got, I forgot what they had. They got something though.
Yeah.
I watched the game yesterday on Peacock.
Maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe
Because Peacock is NBC.
Okay.
Well, Peacock,
Yes. Maybe
they have it during the whole season.
Maybe Google can be
Peacock.
able to get into something.
Yeah.
Who knows?
The games.
Yeah.
Yeah, but these are like Sunday games.
Oh, the Sunday night games.
Yeah,
All
Sunday
right, cool.
night.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Sunday.
I mean, I can't think of one, but I feel like whatever Nickelodeon's doing is the next step. So,
Right.
I mean, whoever has the next steps at that is going to be a genius. But, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I thought they were selling out the NFL a little bit when Amazon first signed that deal, and then you couldn't watch Monday night games. You have to go to the website. I thought they were kind of selling out, but I mean, it's the NFL, bro. They know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. When it comes to making money, the NFL is the best.
Put it like
And the way that we consume content right now, it only makes sense to really move everything
Subscription
over.
based.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Subscription based.
Like put it like this, like more people have Amazon sticks, Fire Sticks compared to having cable boxes now.
100%.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like those shit sell quick. What, $20? How much are they? $50.
Like $60.
Like $30.
I just got the Fire Stick.
Well, for the HD joints, a little more expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Fire stick.
Yeah, I don't need
4K joints.
So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
$40.
so you imagine like
But yeah,
that compared to a long ass subscription base. I'm signed up for 2 years. Nobody's doing that no more. Like
Yeah.
they'll do it for the Wi-Fi, call it a day. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
so having that access and then having some extra content of what I want to watch,
Right.
is the way to go.
Nah, 100%, man. Nickelodeon did the right thing by getting involved. So yeah, big money thing. I like the fact that the kids are involved because it's a good way for them to learn football, get excited about football, and
It's
kind
a good
of
way to get the fathers and the sons.
Speaking of
yeah, kind of bond into that as well. Yeah.
Speaking of, did you see the Chattanooga T-shirt?
Yes, I did.
Wow, bro. I mean, they take outrage marketing to the next level.
I ain't gonna lie, I would wear
I
that
kind
shirt.
of want one too.
I would wear that shirt.
That
That shirt is fire. That shirt is fire.
That shit would go hard.
That shirt
I ain't
is
gonna hold
fire.
you. You need to get that shit now before
Facts.
that shit is gone.
Yo, fire. I wouldn't have took it down. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I heard Kai Sanat was giving them shits out in Union.
That's what did it.
That's what he was giving out. Cause I was giving that out in New York.
That's crazy.
Is this the shit that says Nuga?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's crazy,
The
bro.
eyes. That
You
shit
got the
look
eyes?
crazy.
That shit look kind of fly though.
That is
Yeah.
so fly.
Wavy though. Cause
Fire.
they the lookers or some shit like
Yo,
that.
yeah.
That's crazy. Jerseys.
That's
So look
fire.
out.
Bro.
Yo, they
Fire.
playing.
That's fire.
I
Nicole, you gotta make sure you gotta pull that up. You gotta make sure you get
shit
that.
hard.
You gotta
The
pull that
lookout
up.
says fire. Actually.
Yeah, you got. The close said, okay.
I need one
Oh
of those,
man,
bro.
yo, I'm telling you, this is fire.
Baby, I ain't
This is
gonna-
fire.
I might as well get a T-shirt. Like,
Hey,
come on.
Okay, see,
We gotta take it too far, man. We
Guy
gotta take it
joins
too
the
far.
party and one too many. Doesn't even drink.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Racist Uncle Ben.
like yo, what's wrong with him, bro?
Yo, what's the difference?
There is a difference.
What?
Nah, we ain't say nothing.
Tell me.
We said nothing.
Nothing to
There
that.
was nothing offensive that we said.
I'm talking about the T-shirt though. Like, it's the same thing.
You
I'm
could have
just
said
gonna
you're gonna get a broccoli T-shirt.
Yeah,
You didn't say that.
a broccoli T-shirt. Yeah, I'm gonna get a broccoli
nah,
You
T-shirt.
had a
man.
different accent when you said it.
Oh, sorry.
One day I say this all the time, right? One day I would love to make money off of this podcast. One day, right? But there's entities that want to stop that.
What?
Yo, Yo,
I can't.
Y'all got wild after y'all went to go see that Cocaine Bear movie. Y'all came back different.
We?
All of y'all.
We?
All of y'all.
Nah, son. Nah. There's no we. There's no we.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Wait till I make that t-shirt.
Moving on. Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel said that he had a rough time when he was in the NFL, obviously. Like he was doing everything.
Yeah.
He was literally doing everything. Said that he attempted to self-terminate back in 2016 and failed miserably. It all makes sense now. I mean, I just don't really understand. Obviously, we probably never will. That what would push him to, like, you have everything, right? Like you.
That's what we think.
What I'm saying is that career-wise, I'm not talking about personal life or what I'm talking about. He's in the NFL. I'm talking about as a career. Well, I'm not talking about what's going on in his personal life.
No, not personally.
But yeah, he got drafted to the NFL.
What year did he get drafted, Jimmy?
It was 2016, wasn't it?
Was it 16?
Or was it before that?
Johnny Manziel. I think it might have been before that.
14 maybe?
2014 sounds about right.
15, 16, yeah.
14.
So that's 2 years that he's still he still has an NFL contract.
Shit.
But where was he at in 16?
Like shit.
He was on the Browns.
He was shit.
He was still on the Browns.
He was shit. Like he was shit. Like they was shitting on his name too. 2000.
He was trash,
bro. But you got to think about media. Like he came into the NFL
supposed to be God.
Supposed to be God. But then he had a great decline.
Greater decline.
Imagine the depression that came along with
exactly. That right there, like the timeline
crazy.
makes sense. 14 to 16. 16, it was like, get him the fuck out of here, bro.
I think the depression is even worse because I've been but there's levels. I think it's worse. I think it's worse when self-inflicted.
Right.
It's not that he wasn't good.
He was very good.
It's just that
very good.
He didn't work hard.
He never realized his potential.
Right.
And when that part hits you,
that hit you like a ton of bricks.
Like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
So the timeline makes sense of like, because granted, that means your whole life, everybody propped you up to be this guy.
Yeah, he was.
Then you believe that shit. Because he was cocky as shit.
He was that guy.
He was like Baker Mayfield's grandfather of like, yo, my grandfather was like the most cockiest bastard ever. He was the man. And then it was like, shit.
So imagine being that guy your whole career.
Mm-hmm.
Elementary, junior high school, college, then you get to college and it's like nobody could tell me nothing.
Yep.
Walking around the town, people boasting you the whole time. And then getting into the NFL.
And shit the bed.
Not even shit in the bed.
But see, my thing is, I don't feel like he shit the bed. I feel like he went to a bad organization, bro.
It was a gut check, yeah.
Because if he went other places, he probably would have been good. But with the types of stuff that he was doing,
he went to the organization, which is the NFL. So now you go there and you got to follow their rules. You can't just do what you want.
But that's the problem.
But
the Browns let him do what he wants.
What Jeff is saying is that had he gone to a team like New England, if he would have went there, if he would have went somewhere that had structure, he would have been able to get the development. Because there's a lot of teams, like look at the Jets back in the day. Jets didn't develop any quarterbacks.
Yeah.
They had no idea of how to go about developing a quarterback.
Look at Geno Smith now.
Yeah.
So Geno Smith goes somewhere else now, mature, but he can be able to develop. He went to a place that was complete dysfunction. They didn't know what the hell they were doing. So when you have a guy like this that needs to be like kind of like babysat, right? And kind of walk through and go through the process, they didn't have that structure in place. And he just kind of
he's such a big name.
Right.
He came with fanfare. They usually humble you in the NFL.
Right.
That first year, they kind of gave him that push. They didn't humble him. So the players
draft night was a little humbling for him too because
he dropped.
He felt like he was supposed to go top 3 or something like that.
I remember that shit.
And then he dropped.
I do remember that.
And
he was supposed to go early.
And Jerry had wanted to draft him, and then Steven was like, "Nah, bro, we ain't doing that."
But a lot of teams took a look at him. And they said, you know what? There's something there. And that's when the talk really started at the draft because they looked at him. They said, there's something there that made all these teams pass up. And the Browns were the one to sit there and take him. He got to the Browns. Him and Josh Gordon going crazy over there. They first year, he flames out. They bring in new competition for him.
Yeah.
He's the best. He got put to backup before he got shipped out after 16, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now you just got drafted for the team. You're not even through your rookie contract. You're riding the bench now. They're bringing somebody else in, and you know you're on your way out.
And you have substance abuse problems that they were looking the other way when you first got there. Now they're not looking the other way.
So now
it's
you
just
don't
a
got
lot,
those
bro.
substances that you're used to sitting. You're just sitting there living with it.
But then on top of that, you have a $75 million trust fund that hasn't matured yet. So you know in the back of your head, even if you blow this opportunity,
You good.
for life.
Mm-hmm.
But then, so after you blow the opportunity, you walk around for a couple of years partying like you don't care that you blew the opportunity, right? But then now you become a man. Now you have children. Now you're looking back on your life. Now you're not partying no more, and that shit hits you like a fucking rock.
Regret is the biggest thing to live with, bro.
Nobody,
that
bro.
That thing sinks ships, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Regret. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how the NFL's mentorship program is, but they need to get one in the, like.
If you listen to
ASAP.
the interview he did a couple of years ago, he said he felt if he went to another team, he'd have survived.
Yeah.
because
He probably
because the Browns really didn't.
They
care
did nothing to help him.
Help him as
They
a
did nothing
person.
to help him.
And when you go to the Browns, you got to think about it. There's no man's land out there. Ain't nothing.
And the quarterbacks they didn't have a veteran quarterback who'd been in the league who was like, okay, I'm never going to be the starter. Let me help this young man.
Right.
They got people trying to take his job.
Yeah,
so,
right.
like, they see him fucking up. They going to let him
Who's the
fuck up.
quarterback out there before him?
Oh, the Browns?
Before
Manziel?
Manziel, who's their quarterback?
I think it was Brian Hoyer, wasn't it? No?
Yeah.
But then he got shipped out. It was the guy who came in after. It was like, I'm not going to.
Brian Hoyer was a Saint.
Yeah, Brian Hoyer would have
bless him.
sat there and taught. I think they had Josh McCown or something like that.
Josh
McCown was
McCown.
there.
That's your number two.
Josh McCown.
I was about to say
can't be Josh.
Chris Sims, but Josh McCown was it.
I
Yeah,
think that was Josh McCown,
yeah,
but
McCown.
at the time, Josh could have still had a job, so he's not.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not gonna try to mentor a kid you see who's messing up.
Right.
I could take that job.
Listen, it's a tough situation, but I'm glad that he found.
It was Josh.
I mean, listen, we
Whoever it was.
spitballing right
Yeah,
now. We don't know.
yeah.
But the fact that he's at a point where he's good and he can be able to reflect and understand that, hey, he had a moment in time and people make mistakes and he's still alive to be able to tell his story.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I call it the Shawn Michaels syndrome when he went from
Facts.
heartbreaks to goddamn hearts on crosses on his pants. It's just a different person.
Right.
I don't
Completely
like it.
different person.
But I mean, God bless him.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all you can say. I mean, I would say something villainous right now, but I really don't want to.
Do it.
Yeah,
Bacardi and Cola.
Okay.
Do it.
If you
Is
want
it
me
a
to,
vegetable?
if you want me to say it, I will.
Nah, we having a nice moment.
I'm just gonna.
hold on a moment, son. We being nice, son.
Try.
Nah, fuck that. I got it. So while we're having this conversation, it's how my brain processes information sometimes. It's like when I watch a scary movie and there's a scene and I start laughing when it's really serious, right? So in my head, when you were eloquently discussing the Johnny Manziel situation and Claw, guys are having this great conversation, I'm literally just sitting here listening because it was very, very intriguing, right? I said to myself, man, Johnny Manziel came into the NFL and flamed out quickly, failed, right? But he also
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, you need to hit the button on
You need to hit the button for yourself on that.
Timestamp.
I'm gonna blank it out. That's what happened. It'll never be played. I'm just saying. That's what came to my head. I'm just saying.
Anybody keep it real, we all thought it.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't say it though. I thought it, but I didn't say it.
It'll never be aired, so I'm just talking. Moving on.
You better be happy you ain't got Patreon yet.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. I would have never blamed it out Patreon. Moving on.
Yo, you messed me up with that fucking laughing at scary movie shit. Because I meet people later on in life and they don't understand.
They don't understand it.
And
They
I be
don't. They
laughing
think
at
they,
shit
they
and
think
be
you have
like,
a dark
that's just-
soul.
Yo,
yeah,
terrible,
yeah.
bro.
It's bad.
I got that from you.
Yeah, I still do it. I still do. I watched in cities the other night. I was laughing. It was funny.
Which one, the new
The new
Yeah,
one?
funny.
I heard it was trash.
It's funny. It's funny. Yeah. Now it's time for my irrelevant news of the week.
You got to be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the... I mean, yeah.
I tell you guys,
stink.
Every week, I look forward to irrelevant news of the week. I don't know why, but there's always a good story out there. Every week, something happens I have to discuss. So, let's see where we're going to go first. Woman in blackface taken into protective custody after video shows her terrorizing Target and Starbucks. So if you see the video, this woman literally went into a store covered in blackface. And
that's Walmart activities. I don't expect that.
She went in there and
you don't do that type of shit in Target.
Yo, she went in there and she
Fucking
was like
civilized.
She's like, "Where's the pride section? I want to tear it down."
Oh, hold on.
Oh, she wore blackface to commit a crime
and tear down the pride section.
She was just crazy,
ma'am. We
just
can
crazy.
see your hands.
Just crazy. Yo, if you go and look at the picture, it's wild. Like what is wrong with these people? What's wrong with these people? Blackface?
Where was it though?
Colorado?
Yeah, makes sense.
Yes. Was it Colorado? Yes. Denver, Colorado.
Like this new blackface where you just take makeup and put it on you. If you go do blackface, I need you to get the shoe polish. Old school style.
With the lipstick.
Nah, man.
And you gotta paint your rips.
And you go all the way with it.
And you gotta do you gotta do the menstrual paint on the lips too.
They
You have
half
to.
stepping, bro.
Yeah,
Like, nah, if you
I
gonna
agree.
do blackface, this shit is crazy, bro.
Mad offensive. Nicole, you see this? You gotta look at it.
She looked away.
Oh, Chili, show her.
What?
Show her. You got the picture?
That's crazy, bro.
Nah,
He's Googling broccoli.
Jazz, you see it?
Oh, come on. See? I can't mess with this guy.
Yo, it's bad. Oh, that's the broccoli shirt?
You were. I fucking knew it.
One day I'd like to make some money off of this.
It's coming.
Yo, she wilded out, bro. She wilded out. She wilded out.
Nah, you don't do that shit in Target and a little Ulta
Nah,
section in the
she wilded out,
front.
bro.
You don't fuck that up, bro.
She wilded
Target
out,
is
bro.
a nice, calm place.
They got Starbucks in there.
They got Starbucks in Target.
She
You don't
wilded
fuck
out.
that up, bro.
Well, she went to the Starbucks first.
Yo, what is she doing?
And what? Did she put the coffee on her face?
That shit crazy.
Nah,
Nah, nigga, that's fancy. That's my whole problem with it.
Oh, that's
You know what I
fancy
mean?
too. Oh, you wild.
You put the shoe polish on. Go all the way, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
At least it was Fenty. You know what I mean?
Moving on. Atlanta mother outraged after what does it say? Sugar factory staff allegedly served alcohol to children at her daughter's birthday. Yo,
It's Atlanta, man.
They can't keep up.
what?
They can't
What
keep
is
up.
going on?
They be busy.
Yeah.
Too many people there because I heard the lines in Atlanta be crazy when it comes to restaurants.
Everybody trying to be mixy.
Right.
Everybody wants the smoking candy cane drink and all that
Yeah.
shit. You don't know which one's which. Somebody fucked up. You know what I'm saying? TJ came the first day. He's like, oh.
Here's your Kool-Aid.
Fucking know this shit. Yeah, here's your Kool-Aid. Here's your fucking daiquiri.
OD.
I don't know these fucking kids.
Yeah.
Yo, all right. If you ever see a kid drunk, how would you feel?
Now listen, I didn't say I grew up drunk, but I grew up drinking at a young age. So when my parents saw me lit for the first time, we was in DR and they was like, "You all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." And it was just like that. It was
How
like
old are
that.
you talking
How old
about?
are we talking?
They met Frank?
Yeah, I was like 14.
See, you get away with it.
You know
14 not that young though.
If I see a 9-year-old stumbling around,
Right.
it might be an issue. So.
Right.
Nah, yeah, that's a little offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like 14, you pretty much high school.
Yeah, 9-year-old, I was sipping like, trying to sneak beer. I'm like, shit was disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like it.
Facts.
14, you was like, nah, pass that.
9-year-old son.
Blue
I used
Label.
to always ask my mom for rum raisin ice cream, and she didn't realize that there was mad rum in there until she tasted it one day. She was like, "Oh nah, this is over.
rum
This
raisin?
is over with. This is over with. This is done. This is done. Rum raisin, your Haagen-Dazs rum raisin back in the day was wild.
Yo, y'all remember we used to get
Wild.
those candies? Remember the candies that used to have the liquors in them?
Oh, yeah. The
Son,
little shape
you never
like a
had them
bottle.
shits in school?
I remember them shit.
Boy, we used to have a thing full of shits like,
We were wild, bro. We
in
brought the
religion
fucking
class going
Absolute
crazy.
vodka, Absolute and Henny on the goddamn ski trip. I'll never forget that shit.
Yeah, dice games on the train.
Moving on. Moving on.
What we on, son?
It's a different time. There's no cameras out there, bro.
Georgia teen jokingly told friend she was shot. Now she faces multiple charges as her friend called 911 for help.
Fucking around.
Nah, I feel it. Police ain't playing, bro. This shit costs money, my nigga. Like, no, you got to pay back that bread.
Facts.
That shit costs bread.
Oh, got so many questions. How do I say this without making you lose more money on this podcast? What was the demographics of the people?
I mean, they're not going to describe that, obviously.
They might.
They're not.
Yeah,
I don't see it
an
there.
idea.
But it was Tangi Hallman, 17. So these are kids.
Hallman,
These are kids.
Now, the next question is, where was it?
Let's see, Georgia.
Georgia.
It didn't say Atlanta. It didn't say Atlanta.
It said Georgia. So we don't know what parts.
Yeah, motherfucker said Decatur.
Right.
Alpharetta.
We don't know.
Yeah, like the cops, they gonna stop with this shit. Like that whole Carly Russell thing after the whole.
They putting a stop to it.
Yeah, they putting a stop to all this shit. I better stop.
You cry wolf if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Next one. Taco Bell hit with $5 million class action suit after man claims they skimped on fillings in Mexican pizzas and wraps. Yo, fast food restaurants is giving it up nowadays, bro. They are giving it up. So listen, if y'all want a quick come up, y'all gotta find some type of clause.
Let's be real. And everybody, I can say everybody here is my witness. Every time as a vegetarian, every time I
The
try
Taco Bell is bad. They always mess the order
my
up.
food. They put some shit in there that don't belong in there. We specifically order it online. Nicole, you know, right? Can you say yes loudly?
Yes.
Thank you. Like, it's a real thing. And you know what? Quite frankly, I'm kind of upset.
They skipped the line, bro. They skipped the line on you.
Yeah, that's what they did.
Yeah.
They said, they went down, they were like, fuck him on this. No meat? Yeah, I had a bunch of meat in that shit.
Listen, you ever go to White Castle late at night, like maybe like a half hour before it's supposed to close? Like certain White Castle close, obviously. Now, yo, they will violate your order.
Pizza Hut. If you're a vegetarian and you like no meat, somehow, some way, you'll get pepperoni under the cheese.
Yeah. What?
I don't know what it is with people. Like people who hate vegetarians.
They hate vegetarians. They damn sure hate vegans too.
Yeah, son.
Die.
Yo, that's
don't
funny.
let you order some shit without meat. I was like, word.
I got you.
Hold this beef. Pause. Pause.
Yo, wow, that.
That was flavor.
That was too much.
Next one. You want me to hit the button?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Mississippi man gets 40 years in prison after breaking out months before he's expected to be released.
That had something to do, bro.
Like, yo,
They gave him 40.
fam, you couldn't wait? They gave him 4-0.
Yeah, that's rough.
Damn, son.
Nah, that's wrong. I can't laugh at that one.
That's fucked
They
up.
gave him 40 for breaking.
What you mean you can't laugh at it? He's supposed to get out.
Not 40 though.
You
He's
could get
supposed to get
out
out.
40 days.
40 is crazy.
Nah,
He's supposed to get out.
Crazy. Like,
You couldn't wait a couple months?
If they said like 3 years,
4,
something
I
like
would have took
yeah.
that.
Bro,
40
if you
is
did
crazy.
10 years and you got 4 months left, you can do the 4, fam.
Yeah.
You
I
can
need
do
to
the
know,
4.
I need to know why.
Yeah,
I need to know why he had to get
Nah,
out.
I don't need to know nothing.
Nah, I'm sure that he had this plan for a
I
long
was about
period
to
of
say,
time.
it's him
And
not
he was like, you know what? I'm about to get out in 4 months. I'm sure it's gonna be a slap on the wrist. When I
Right.
get out in 4 months.
Right.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if it works.
They may tackle another year on my sentence or whatever.
Yeah,
Nah, they gave him 40,
I
fam.
feel like he didn't know he was about to get out.
Lies.
I feel like he was probably waiting for a date or had no communication with a lawyer.
Yeah, go ahead and be sympathetic. I get
I'm
it.
just saying.
I get it.
40?
I get it.
40 is
That's a
crazy.
nigga sticking to his plan, son, because I'm stubborn that way,
Right.
too.
Yeah, me too.
Right.
I'm playing this whole thing out. I'm gonna
Yeah,
try.
like, fuck it.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna write you letters, bro.
Last one before we go to break. YouTuber accidentally says the N-word during live stream and instantly regrets it. Yo, the dude was talking and says it and starts to wild out. Like he knew that he screwed up. He starts to
How they use it though?
he used it like he was singing a song. Singing a song and said the N-word.
What song?
It doesn't matter.
Make a difference.
I feel
it doesn't make a difference, dude.
But if it's like Biggie and like if you don't know,
it doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter. See, he will let you give people passes then. If you over here saying that.
I'm just trying to see how we did it so we can put it in context.
But I mean, you can't really sing a Dr. Dre song.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Without
Yes, you
But
can.
you
You
feel
should
me?
know
Like,
better. You should know better.
if it's in the middle of the verse, or it's like that Biggie line. Like that Biggie line is
You
like,
can be.
Listen, you go ahead and do that in the comfort of your own house.
Facts.
With your
I'm just
friends or
saying.
whatever, with doors
The clap is the
closed.
best part of the song.
you take it too far.
Yo.
I didn't say that.
So he instantly regretted it. Like he started like slamming his fist on the bed.
Boy,
oh my god, I'm so sorry. I never do this. You lie. You lie.
Yeah.
You lie, sir. You do this all the time.
This first time.
Right. He forgot because what happened was he forgot that he was live streaming. He just thought that he was home regular and said it. Happens. So you know.
Dirty. You ever seen those like chicks that'll be online and they'll read the comments?
Uh-huh.
And it's like, "Yay, say happy birthday to my friend Nick. And what's your last name?" And I'll be like, "Kurt."
Oh man.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, "Oh, happy birthday."
Yeah, I can't. So
and
that
they bait them, so that's crazy.
That is my irrelevant news of the week.
You got to be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the? I mean, yeah, they stink.
After the break, we have a couple basketball topics. Not much, but a couple. After the break.
He has changed the game, whether you like it or not. He's changed it. He's impacted the game in some fashion or form.
I'm gonna find a bar mitzvah for you to go to, and you gonna turn that motherfucker out. Yeah, all the gals watching.
Crack 'em if you got 'em.
All the gals watching. Minus 6.
And I would like to formally welcome you to
Welcome.
welcome
And welcome
the grid.
to the grid. To the grid.
To the grid.
Welcome to the grid.
And welcome to the grid.
Welcome to the grid.
ESPN has done an overhaul. It's no longer ESPN that we remember. It's no longer Jeff Van Gundy and Mark Jackson and all the greats. They fired Mark Jackson, fired Jeff Van Gundy. Now it's Doris Burke. I think they replaced Mark Jackson with, when I read this, it was ridiculous, Doc Rivers.
Wow.
Well, so you're gonna replace hand down, man down with the raspy man?
Who's probably gonna leave in a year to take a coaching job?
I don't think anybody would listen. After they hear him commentate, they probably could just stay there. It's like we don't want you. But changing of the guard, I mean, good idea, bad idea. I think a lot of people are very happy that Doris Burke is gonna be on the A team and all this stuff, and I think JJ Redick is there as well. But did you feel like it was necessary for them to do that?
Not that team. I understand there were a lot of layoffs and firings, but I don't feel like whoever they put on new, I don't think it's gonna replace that chemistry and that magic.
Right.
Plus, they were in the middle of their run. Like, they didn't even have like a long run of. They were still establishing themselves as Mark Jackson and the coach. Like they were still getting better. Yeah. So it didn't make sense to fire Jeff and Mark to me. But
I mean, I understand that Disney lost up billions of dollars, right, during the pandemic and stuff like that, and they have to reshuffle things, but those guys were staples.
Those guys were staples.
Like, you know what I mean? That's like somebody firing Bob Costas or John Madden and what's my other man name? Al Michaels. Yeah. Right?
You gotta trim the fat, not the meat.
Like, could you imagine what NBC would sound like without Madden and and Al Michaels back in those days?
Chris Collins.
Chris Collins. Like think about it, bro. Like that's why for me it's like you can't just put people together just because they're younger or whatever it is and you think that it's gonna work. It may not work. JJ Redick is a talented guy, right? His podcast is one of the best out there. Mm-hmm. Very, very insightful, very knowledgeable. He knows his stuff. But that doesn't necessarily mean he's gonna have great chemistry with everybody else on.
What we like
TV.
him for is his takes.
Right.
We're not liking him for his commentary.
Right.
So like you just kind of probably shoehorning him in there.
Right. And the thing is, like, where is the comedy relief now?
I think they're trying.
So like they went more serious instead of having comedy relief.
Yeah.
Like you need both, right? Like you need like the time where in the game, like there's a lull period in the game where jokes are being passed around, right? Like that's what Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy did very well. I don't necessarily see this happening with this particular trio.
I mean, I feel like it's off topic, but I feel like it's like the new Avengers apparently.
Oh, that was
Well, I was actually, it's not off topic because I was gonna say it's a Disney thing. That's
like,
why they're rehiring Bob Iger because they're making a lot of mistakes.
Shang-Chi and
bro,
the Wakanda chick and somebody else. I
Yeah.
forgot, a Falcon. Like that's a trash,
So it's Zuri, it's
Shang-Chi, Falcon,
and
the
Falcon.
top three.
Like,
oh my God.
Yeah, that's
the
not appealing.
It's
Sorry.
not even a B. It's not even a B team.
That's the C.
That's third stringers.
Yeah,
Tell the truth.
So I mean, we'll see what's going on with Disney because they brought Bob out of retirement because like
That's
whoever the new
backup
guy is
to the backup,
was
bro.
fucking up.
It's
So
the backup to the backup.
We'll
so
Disney's been putting a lot of pressure on ESPN to try to increase their revenue.
Right.
Like ever since like Fox has really taken a huge step in like the past, I'd say 10, 15 years. And in the 10, right? Yeah, in the past about 10 years. And especially when they had Undisputed up there with Shannon. We're still waiting to see what happens with that. But ESPN is trying to revamp to be able to take hold of the market like they did before, because between people not having cable anymore, like the way that they did, they're not consuming ESPN at the same level, and it's not generating the same.
that's true. I mean, besides First Take, I don't think that any of their other programming is doing that well outside of the NFL.
Yeah.
Right. So they have to find ways to be able to
bring people in. So
back,
now, I think they're trying to really focus on people who have what they think might be established star power outside. That McAfee's with them now, right?
Yeah.
So
that's why they cut half the staff to pay him.
So they're bringing in McAfee. They're bringing in people that they think are going to be able to generate that kind of interest in ESPN and make it profitable again.
Right. So I mean, listen, best of luck to them. But I don't.
McAfee's audience is a free audience from online, so he got his money because you're bringing eyeballs to an online platform. They're trying to bottle that up, give him money, and then put him just on the show. And it's like, well, that's not what we watched McAfee for. We kind of watched him to be free and do whatever. So, like,
well, I think that might be in the agreement because all he did was just purchase the contract, so they're gonna have to let him be him.
Okay, I hope so.
That's all. That's all he did. They didn't repackage his show. They literally just bought the contract and said, "Yeah, we just want this on our program."
Gotcha.
So that because there's no way that McAfee would have agreed to anything else. Like he has to be him. You know what I mean? Like you can't put censors on him. His show has to be his show. So and I think maybe ESPN is probably going to start looking for more edgier content too, because that in itself is a draw for the young demographic.
And
right?
They already went woke, and I think they're going away from being woke.
Yeah.
When that Kaepernick thing is, complain all you want. We was glued to our TVs.
Right.
These shows was getting some crazy runs. People who don't have TV shows now were all over the social media space because they were part of the conversation.
Yeah.
And y'all went back to straight sports now, and look at y'all doing layoffs. So
yeah. So moving on. Dr. J is a old ass miserable man. He is. Ever since, like, I remember he used to be the judge on a dunk contest, and you used to see some fire ass dunks, and he would come with his 4 and 5s, like just hating, right? Well, it gets worse. I guess as he gets older, it just completely just gets more surly, more miserable, right? Came out with his top 10 list, and no Braun, no Steph. Jimmy, what's the top 10 list?
So the top 5 are Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Oscar Robertson, Jerry West, and Elgin Baylor.
Okay.
And the next 5, he distinguishes. Those 5 are like special.
Right.
The next 5 are Kareem, Michael, Jordan, Magic Johnson, Karl Malone, and Tiny Archibald.
The man put Karl Malone and Tiny Archibald over LeBron and Steph Curry. What are we doing? He don't even have no Tim Duncan. And guess what his reason was? Oh, well, because they still playing. Bro, I've been playing for 21 years. What are you talking about?
And he put MJ in the second tier.
Second tier? I don't even like MJ. I would never do that. I never do that.
No Kobe.
No Kobe.
Bugging, bro.
No Shaq. Tiny Archibald.
Yeah. He's tight. He's an angry old man. I would be too, though, because I just tried to Google Dr. J's top 10 and the shoe store came up. So
Don't nobody care about him.
Just a little bit.
It's still getting more Google results than the real Dr. J.
Listen, he was great, but his time is up. His time is up. Miserable asshole man.
Yeah. Between him and Kareem was more miserable.
How you don't? Yo, Kareem's gotten better. Kareem got better because he actually accepted his, that Braun was coming, right? Pause. But Dr. J is ridiculous. You got Jordan in the second tier.
Crazy. Yeah.
That's your man, B.
That ain't my man. The way he think he need to be in. You know what? Let me just stop.
Leave that alone.
Yeah, I know you.
Leave our legends alone, sir. Leave our legends alone, sir.
I would just leave it alone because I was gonna say so. You told me just chill. I'm gonna chill. Moving on. Matter of fact, no. Before I move on, I would like to hear ironclad top 5 NBA players of all time. Now, I'm not good. It's not a debate. I just want to hear what you have. Ironclad top 5. Go.
Top 5? I'm going to go with the Chalks just because I seen them play. They affected my life. I'm going with Bron.
Okay.
That's my guy. I'm sorry. I seen him play for longer than Jordan. I'm going to do with Jordan too because he got the crazy, amazing legacy. And then I got to watch Kobe and I understand what he meant to the game and everything. So I got to put those as my goals, especially with the Kobe because so many people look up to him working out. After that, I got to go to Magic, my nigga. Okay. I love passers. Pure passers, and Magic was just amazing at what he did. One of the greatest players ever, and he put the league on his back. And for my number 5, I don't think I have a strong number 5, to be honest with you. I might go with just a guy I like a Shaq type.
Okay, that's
just
fine.
because I just love Shaq and dominance. I've never seen somebody play like that before. I don't think I ever will.
That's fair. I like that.
Yeah, so
I like that.
I'd have to put him in my top 5.
What about you, Al?
Top 5, ironclad. Shaq's my first pick.
Okay.
Shaq, Michael, Kobe,
so you got Shaq, Michael, Kobe,
Steph, and I don't want to say KD, and I don't want to just say Magic because. For me personally, I watched Magic play, but I didn't watch Magic play. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, so who's 5? Don't dance around it. Say it.
Number 5. Come back to me for number 5.
Cole, who you got?
Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Lobo.
Come on, man.
Kobe, Jordan, Steph, Tim Duncan, Shaq.
Phil?
Trying to piece out the 5th. I got Shaq, Kobe, Jordan, LeBron. It's the 5th one that, having some apprehension of. I'm just gonna say Allen Iverson.
I like that.
Iverson.
I like that.
That's fire.
Sugar McFreeze, who you got?
I got Shaq. Shaq, number 1. Well, not number 1. No order. Shaq, LeBron. What's crazy? I want to say Kobe and I want to say Jordan.
This is your list, bro. You can do whatever you want.
But I don't want to. I feel like they were the same. So I'm going to go with Jordan because Jordan did it before Kobe.
Okay.
Tim Duncan. And I'm gonna go Steph Curry.
Okay, I like that.
So no Paul Pierce.
No, no, would never be.
Had to say it, right?
I told you his key fob don't work. His key fob don't work.
Fucked up.
He ain't got that type of level clearance. Nope. You can name top 5 Boston players, and he's still not gonna be there. Still not gonna be there.
I might put Isaiah for my 5th.
Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, what yours, man?
You want order or you don't care?
Oh, I got it. LeBron.
If you want order, I'm gonna be honest.
He about to go to the dark depths of
No, not really.
The
Well,
ABA,
the-
AMC.
for me, the greatest player that ever lived
Bill Russell.
is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He's my number 1. Then Braun goes 2, Jordan 3, Magic 4, and then Bill Russell 5.
Kobe and make your list? That's crazy.
Not top 5 ironclad.
Okay. I feel you on that.
No, and Kobe's my guy, but I'm not gonna be biased. I can't do that. I have to be honest.
That's funny because a millennium would have said Paul George.
Right. Paul George, one of the best. Shut up.
Russell Westbrook.
Right. James Harden is a point guard. No, he's not. No, he's not. Never played point guard a day in his life until last year.
He shoot passes.
Right. Stupid. It's okay to call millennials dumb. They dumb.
Luka?
They dumb. They dumb. Luka. Trey Young. Dumb. Moving on. AD signs a 3-year, reportedly $186 million extension with the Los Angeles Lakers.
That's crazy.
It's a very good deal.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that a lot of people don't realize about this deal is that it's not actually $186 million. Did you guys know that?
Mm-mm.
There it is.
I didn't get a
He has
contract.
to fulfill.
There's the education that we're giving now, right? So normally what happens is that these agents like to fluff things up because it looks better, right? If somebody knows that they're getting $62 million annually on an extension. That's not what's happening here. What they're doing is that when they make extensions, obviously an extension is in the future. It's not being activated right now. So they're factoring in the cap increasing by a certain amount. Because if the cap increases, then salaries increase, right? So they're factoring the salary cap increasing to be able to get it up to $186 million. So he may not get that. He may get it somewhere in like close, maybe 165, 170. Doesn't necessarily have to be 186. But the thing is, it's a great deal for the Lakers and AD because, one, the Lakers had to do this. Even if they have reservations about signing the player, you have to do this, right? Because LeBron only has a couple more years left. And you need to start your franchise with somebody, right? You need to have somebody there. They have Austin Reeves. You have a lot of the young guys there, but AD is going to be your space of the team. So listen, I've had my reservations in my opinion about AD, but I think it's a good deal. I think in the long run, you hope that he can stay healthy, but we'll see. But the craziest thing about it is that a lot of people don't realize that, AD has played more games than Steph Curry over the last 4 years.
Wow. Didn't know that. Oh, shit.
So a guy that they love to call injury prone. Play more games than Steph.
Yeah, but what's like frequency of games? Because if Steph has one long injury compared to his knick-knack injuries, that's gonna
Injuries
be
are
a little
injuries.
different.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's different. It's a little different.
If it's one
Injuries
long
are injuries.
stretch that Steph is out, and that's what makes up the majority of it, that's a whole lot different than.
But AD has had a long string of injuries too.
Yeah,
He's been out a while too.
But I mean, with AD, there's more of a like, we
And
both
Steph
agree-
gets that pass because y'all did win a championship.
You see what I'm saying? You see how the bias comes in?
But that what do you play for? You play for championship.
AD won a championship.
With AD out there, it's like if AD gonna play, it's like we both gonna be surprised.
What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? So you see how the narrative likes to get changed, right? All because Steph Curry is Steph Curry. But facts are facts.
What's wrong with my soup?
Facts
Where's
are
the
facts.
spoon?
Let's break it down. You got to base it on production.
Okay, so base it on production.
You got to base it on production. When Steph is playing, Steph is more active than AD, you don't know what AD you're gonna get.
AD averaged 26 and 13 last year
What did
for the
Steph
season.
average?
Steph averaged what, about 29 or 30 points a game, but AD had a better efficiency rating than Steph Curry did as a player
in position,
and he was a two-way player the whole season.
No, well, AD stepped it up this year, but if we're being real, we've seen Steph be more consistent.
Well, we're not discrediting Steph.
Yeah.
But the reason why I brought that up is because this narrative about him being very injury prone is not realistic. Because if somebody plays more games than Steph Curry, you have to factor in that. That's facts. That's not a lie. That's not a dragged out state. Steph Curry missed games. He constantly missed games.
Well, I think it's with AD, when he goes down, you're like, oh shit, how many games is he gonna miss now?
Right. But also too, he plays for the Lakers.
Yeah.
It's always going to be highlighted and elevated. That's why when Russell Westbrook was here, everything he did was on Front Street. He was doing the same bullshit on the Clippers, but they wasn't saying nothing. Why? Because there's 3 people watching. There's a difference. So context matters. That's all I'm saying. So when people like to talk about injury prone, go ahead and go put your Steph Curry DVDs away and just talk about the facts. Moving on. Moving on. How much time we got to go? Perfect. My Mets rant.
Oh, shit. It should be a happy rant.
There we go.
Why? It should be.
It
You're right.
should be a happy rant.
You're right. It should be. So they clean house. That's what I wanted. Right? Get the ops out of here. Get Justin Verlander old ass out of here. Get Verlander old ass out of here. Get all the other people out of here. Get them out. Right? I want the Mets to be bad. Just lose every game for the rest of the season. I don't care. Right? Because you're gonna get a higher draft pick. You're gonna be able to retool your farm system. Just go ahead and be bad. Be bad all the way. What I didn't like. Well, let me tell you what I did like first. Justin Verlander, respect to Justin Verlander. I have nothing bad to say about Verlander. Came here, took a chance. Him and his wife, Kate, up and came here in New York. They loved it. Embraced the city, right? Didn't work out. He's a good pitcher. Wanted to win. We weren't in win mode, so he decided to lift up his trade clause and go somewhere else. He went back to Houston, right? Said in his press conference, his introductory press conference with the Astros, the Mets are a A+ organization. The way they treat their players, the way they handle their business, the way they respect everybody and are open and honest, I respect that. And I will never say anything bad about the Mets. You would think that would be textbook around the league, right? Players that play, no. Not for Mr. Max Scherzer. Not for him, right? Max Scherzer decided to say, well, Billy Epler told me that they wasn't trying to win. So, I just decided to waive my trade clause. Now, the way things happen in sports is that there's certain things that you talk about to the media, and there's certain things that you keep your mouth shut about.
Yep.
You don't think that the same conversations were had with Justin Verlander? Didn't hear Verlander say anything. All he did was give flowers and praise to the organization because they gave him exactly what he wanted. Go back home, play for a contender, you got your money. We're going to pay the majority of your contract so you can go ahead and go win. They did him a solid.
They were real with him.
Right, and they were honest and open. Same thing they did with Max. What makes you feel that you got to take your stupid ass to the media and go tell people that? So now you're spreading internal business to people who don't need to know.
Exactly.
So the reason why I bring this up is because since that idiot was here this entire time, he's had one of the worst Met tenures I've ever seen. Because he came here and excuse after excuse after excuse. I've never heard anybody talk about they got crick neck. That's an island term, right? Crick neck. You sleep bad and you can't make a start.
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
You give up 9 runs. Oh, well, I couldn't grip the ball. Why are you out there? And what makes it worse, right, is that he tells you these things and the two eyes that he has are different colors, and you just want to punch him in the mouth. You just want to punch him in the mouth because he has this look on his face. Like it's not his fault. It's not his fault that he's so bad.
Wow.
Hey, I want to tell you about the umps. Shut up and just pitch. We pay you to pitch. We don't pay you to talk. You leave and you still talking. Nobody cares. I ain't gonna lie to you. When he comes back here, I'm gonna make sure every time Texas is here, I'm gonna be at that game. They don't have to throw me out. They have to throw me out because I'm gonna let loose. He's an ops. He's the definition of the ops. First off, he came from the Nationals.
Yeah.
We don't like them. You win a World Series with them, we don't like them. Then you come here and take the money. And you behave like the ops when you here. Then you leave and you behave like the ops.
Still talking.
And you still talking. People get punched in their mouth for less. This is New York. Like, don't do that. That's my Met rant.
Yeah, you're right.
That's my Met rant.
That was definitely rant.
That's my Met rant. After the break, I gotta calm down. The greatest segment of the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
After the break. Welcome back, y'all. Now it's time for the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
Every week I go around the room and I ask, who is the Dummy of the Week? We are going to start on that side of the room. Claw, who you got, sir?
I mean, it's not really a dummy, but it's just fucking weird. I seen this shit with like Twista is now like a ventriloquist.
The rapper? No. Stop it.
No way.
And he has like a white doll on his lap. And the shit is just weird as shit. And he has a black one that raps and raps fast like him.
Stop it.
I swear to God.
But like, is he the ventriloquist or is he good?
He's doing the shit.
Yo, that's fire.
Shit.
I gotta see that.
I watched it.
I gotta see that. I will go to a
This
show.
shit was weird, bro. I don't know. I think those things are fucking creepy. And I don't know.
Okay.
Yo, he went from. But what happened to Twista as a rapper? Like, what ended up happening to him?
I mean, he got the Guinness World Record of rapping the fastest and shit like that.
Because I think by the time he popped, he was in the game like 17
Yeah, he was
years,
old.
bro.
Yeah, he was
Like
old.
shit, so. But I feel like this is that shit you do at 60, 50 years old, where it's just like, what the fuck are
Well, I
you
mean,
doing?
isn't
He's like 50 years old.
Isn't he 50?
That's what I'm saying. This is that shit. Like, you just checked out. You don't give a fuck no more.
Facts. He just trying to get a check.
Dress up as a woman, wear heels if you want. Like, it's just at that age.
I mean, it's acceptable nowadays.
That's what they
honestly.
do.
Yeah. Twista definitely gets the
Dummy, yeah.
And he can say that. He can say that as a ventriloquist.
Dummy, yeah.
The jokes write themselves with that one.
They jokes write themselves, bro. Jimmy, who you got?
This might be last week's news, but I just gotta give it to Elon with the whole Twitter thing.
Yeah, listen, it's fair.
Weird.
It's fair.
I don't get it.
Nobody does. Nobody does. We're just here.
It doesn't even flow.
No.
Nothing makes sense.
It had nothing to do with Twitter. What does X have to do with Twitter?
Nothing.
That shit's wild.
I'm trying to think of any objective reason, and I can't find one.
Bro, and he killed off the birds. Like, you can't even find it nowhere. Can't find it nowhere. It's crazy. Yo, I'm tight.
Yeah.
I'm like I said, I don't even know what to call it. Twix. What are we doing? Twix. You Xing? What? Stupid. But you can't call Elon Musk stupid, right? Because it's...
So, I mean, like the videos, is it the Twitter videos, but is it X videos?
Yes. But they already have an X videos.
Reputable site. You need to relax.
I'm just saying.
Chill out. Right.
They do.
I was very confused when they first.
Yeah.
I was super confused. I was
Like, for people who are on that, they be like, hold on, wait a
I was
second.
like, wait a minute.
I have this.
Oh, shit, I didn't mean to download this shit.
Right. It's like, wait, this is not the X videos that I know. Like, this is different. It's different.
It's a rebrand.
It's a rebrand. So, yeah, Elon definitely gets that for his stupid X.
Dummy, yeah.
Phil, what you got?
All right. So, Pennsylvania Wendy's manager made over $20,000 in wages by creating a fake employee.
She's not a dummy, my nigga. That shit's...
She's a dummy for getting caught, my nigga.
Fact, that's about it.
Wait, what?
So basically, she's a Wendy's manager. She created a person and been clocking them in and clocking them out. Like,
and just collecting the check.
And collecting the check.
That's a
Fire.
oh, that's fire.
Fire.
Yo, but I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
she definitely
Coming.
getting bad because you knew it was coming.
Yeah.
There's a paper trail.
There's no way to hide that shit.
Right.
Like, who the fuck is Boom Quisha?
I'd have been fired.
Well, she cashes all her checks.
Yeah.
But yo,
She's always on time.
But here's the funny part. They must have been watching her from day one. Got cameras everywhere. Like, yo, we see this. Yeah, we just gonna build a Rico.
Yeah,
Let's go build a Rico.
She
That's all it
does this
is.
stupid shit.
Yeah. Let's go build it.
They said that she did it like over 128 times. So they've been watching for
Yeah, they been watching, bro.
McDonald's paycheck.
Because that's the thing.
20 cheese.
Like, that's the thing. If people don't realize how like these big companies do it, they let you accumulate a certain amount of money, and once you hit that threshold, that's when they come get you because it's a bigger sentence. They're not gonna come after you for no $5 grand.
That's what they do with the shoplifting.
Yeah, they want you to keep going, keep building it up until it gets to 20, 30,000. Okay, cool. Now we go get you.
Larceny,
now we go get you.
Yeah.
Yep, that's how they do it. So they was building that Rico. Building that Rico. Chill, you got.
Did y'all see that robot dog?
Oh,
Yelling fucking racial slurs.
Yo,
No,
it was
hold
saying
on, what?
N-word and mad racial slurs down the street, bro.
You ain't seen that?
Whoever somebody programmed the
that
robot
shit.
dog to say a whole bunch of
the
racist
fucking
stuff.
robot dog.
I've seen it, but I didn't believe. Like, I think it's a dub over. I don't think the dog.
It's a good dub though.
It was a good dub.
It's a good
It
dub.
feels like a dub over. I was like, nah, there's no way.
But I ain't gonna lie to you, Chili, I gotta ask.
N-word, why not?
I
Like,
gotta
it's
ask
crazy.
though. I have to ask.
What?
Why is that a W?
No, I'm saying so. I'm not saying the dog, but I was saying the person who actually did the fucking whatever. If it was a voiceover or if it was
kind of ingenious.
That shit is crazy.
So the dog don't know no better.
Right.
They didn't train that bitch. Okay.
Is
That's
that
crazy.
is like what's the thing in Chappelle's show, Claw?
The racist Hollywood dogs.
The racist dolphin.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
James
the Ed Dolphin.
Yep, Hating Dolphin. Yep.
Ren Tin was a racist.
Ren Tin was racist.
That shit is crazy.
Mr. Ed.
Nicole, you still got stuff? Go ahead.
Now I was gonna say they need to. I mean, they got to figure out some way to police that shit.
I don't know if they can.
It's gonna keep getting worse.
Yeah, I
like,
don't know if they can.
It's a
bro.
police dog. They can do what they
Bro,
want.
have you been on Call of Duty?
Well,
online, like that shit is that's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's
bro.
nuts.
Bro, it's
nuts.
bad.
It's bad.
It's bad. It's ugly.
It's bad.
Well,
like,
Call of Duty?
Just slurs. Just like,
but it's not. Yo, it's not in like Warzone. It's in like when you play multiplayer.
Yeah.
Bro, they
Oh,
scream
man.
Like a team deathmatch.
Yo,
Yeah.
and don't pick a black character.
Like,
Your
crazy.
old teammates will like. They'll shoot at you so the other people can see where you at. And they'll hunt you down.
Yeah, that's
like
what
it's been bad. I've been hunted down a couple times. That shit does not feel good, bro.
That's
Even
what
on the video game, son. That shit bad. Yo.
You gotta tell people, yo, my man, watch your mouth, boy.
Right.
Facts, bro. That shit crazy.
And they're gangsters, man.
Nicole, who you got?
That dog man we talked about a few weeks ago. He went on
Oh,
his
yeah.
first walk.
Yo,
I saw that
the
shit.
man who paid the $16,000 for the suit
Out here looking
went
like
on his first
Lassie and
walk.
shit.
It's crazy. And people over here cheering him on.
He got a hand.
I would have called dog rescue so quick on his ass. Put him in that kennel.
You see how you like it now?
Facts. See how you really feel like. Yeah.
You seen the videos of the dogs looking at him?
Yeah.
They don't like that shit.
They don't like that shit.
Get a real dog sniffing
He
your
like a giraffe. They don't like that. They don't like. They don't like that. They don't like that. They don't like that. Ops. They're the ops.
Dummy. Yeah.
The ops.
They are ops.
That
You know what I
shit is
mean?
crazy.
Could you imagine if you get bagged to get to the kennel, right? And then the people don't realize that it's a human. It's like, this dog is not, he's not answering any of our commands. Like, what's going on? We're going to have to medicate him. Then he medicate the guy, and then he's really like incoherent. It's like, there's something wrong with this dog.
Yeah.
We may have to put it down.
Put him right in the incinerator.
Right. Like, we talk about a different situation right here, bro.
Motherfucker doesn't want to eat kibble.
Yeah. Eat the dog's food.
Where they got this dog?
Does he have a poop
Right.
shoot?
He got all of that, bro.
Alright.
He got all of it. So that man definitely gets the
Dummy. Yeah.
yeah. Go ahead.
We could do a whole pod on this.
When he's taking leaks,
That's what I'm saying.
He lifts up.
The leg?
He lifts
he
up.
lifts up.
Yo, he probably made a pouch that you know what? Let's just move on.
Yeah, fuck it.
Jeff, who you
Sick
got?
fuck. Yeah, some sick people.
Yeah,
in
he's a
this
sick
world.
man. Jeff, who you got?
So I definitely gave Bob Iger a shout out earlier on the episode, and I'm happy he's back at Disney because that shit was falling apart.
It's a disaster.
It's a disaster. But like even with him coming back, there's still some shit that other people greenlit that he just got to let it go, let it flow. So apparently there's gonna be an animated remix of the live action remake of The Lion King. So yeah,
So they're
the Lion
remaking
King,
the remake.
They remade it to be live action, and now they're gonna do an animation of the live action remake of the remake.
What?
Yeah, I could barely even read that one.
Made my head hurt, man.
So I guess this Lion King remastered. Like, what is this? What are we doing here?
Wasting fucking money.
Bro, listen. Me and Jazz she was watching the Little Mermaid because you know a lot of people watch the Little Mermaid and
trash,
and a lot of people didn't like it. But I was saying to her like all the live action remakes are trash.
Yeah,
all of them.
Easy.
There are.
Most of them,
Bro.
Some shit's supposed to be a cartoon.
Name the good one.
Get right. Name a good one.
Beauty and the Beast was
No.
really
No.
It was.
No.
Better than the animated one.
I'm not saying it's better than the animated
That's
one.
That's what you have to compare it to.
I'm just saying it was a good remake.
Was it even close?
No.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Rubbish.
All of them. The Lion King was
Jungle
disgusting.
Book, rubbish.
Facts.
Aladdin, rubbish. Beauty and the Beast,
like
rubbish.
Only
Aladdin-
good one
I like
wasn't even
Aladdin
Disney.
too.
Mowgli. That was the only good
Right.
one.
Mowgli was alright.
And that shit wasn't even Disney.
Rubbish.
Morbius, garbage.
Right.
Yo, I hate you.
Star Wars, rubbish. All of
man,
it.
They killed it.
Garbage.
Man.
Right? All garbage. But yes, is that your only one?
Yeah, I mean.
So yes, that's a big one.
That's a big
That
one.
doesn't even make sense. Like, I have nothing to say. Like, why would you remix a remake?
They
That's
remade
dumb.
the remake to the original.
Right. So now you're gonna have two.
Yeah.
Dummy. Yeah.
How you got?
I got Jim Irsay this week,
Okay.
and I'm putting him up for dummy for spending $20 million to transport a whale from its habitat that it lived in for 50-something years back to the Pacific Ocean, but not paying my man Jonathan Taylor.
That is crazy, bro.
That's an interesting dynamic. You're a smart man.
Dummy.
I like that. But you know how it goes in the NFL. They don't pay running backs, man. But it's what he said that was kind of crazy. Like, yeah, me and Jonathan Taylor gonna be long gone dead. Nobody cares.
God damn.
Bro, we talking about paying the man.
You could just say no, my nigga.
Right.
God
Just say you want to pay him, but why you gotta say this?
That
What?
shit was extra, bro.
Nobody gonna miss you?
God,
Like,
what the
what are we
fuck?
talking about?
He meant that shit too.
Yo, he meant
He
it.
did. He did. He had a
I was
couple,
deep.
He had a couple drinks in him. When he
I
left that
understand why Jonathan Taylor want to get traded now. I get it.
Jonathan Taylor walked out that
went-
souped up trailer. He said, "Yo, I won't be out. I'm out."
It was either walk out or put hands and feet on the owner. And you're not gonna live that down. You're not gonna live that down. You'll be the angry black running back that can't get paid, and now you gonna beat somebody up. That's a wrap for you. You're not even gonna get paid. You're not even gonna get a CFL job after that. You're done. Damn, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Jim Irsay, but he's always been wild though. So
Dummy.
it
Yeah.
is what it is. All of those are great. I have my two. May I have the drum roll, please? And the first winner for Dummy of the Week, that Somalian runner that decided to get into the 100-meter race, and she finished dead last with 21 seconds. Now, I'd like to know how this happened, because you have to qualify, you have to be fast, you have to be talented. What happened here? So the rumor is, right, that she knows somebody, some higher up that put her on the team. And was there a message that was supposed to be sent?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? You ever been on a team and there's this untalented kid on the team and he got the best number, best looking uniform, and you find out that it's the coach's kid? And it's like, what are you doing here? Like, why do you have to have the best jersey and the best number? You suck. Well, we know why you here. Like, who does she know?
Yeah.
Who does she know to get to the club?
That was crazy, bro. She got her boots smoked.
Yo, dude.
Record breaking.
First off,
record breaking loss.
When you see the video, yo, she's not in shape, right? I just want to be kind. She's not in shape, right? So you see her on the blocks. And as soon as the gun goes off, they're literally halfway down 100 meters. She even lead the block.
She's still adjusting
And she didn't care.
She ain't care.
She did not care. Yo, it's the craziest video I've ever seen.
But she finished.
Because she ran hard and finished the race.
But she did finish though. I ain't gonna hold you. She did finish that 100 meter. Right.
Wasn't it like technically like the slowest run
ever?
Record breaking. Yeah. She broke the record.
She broke the record ever.
She did something right.
21 seconds, 100 meter.
Jesus Christ.
Like, how does that happen? And of course, it gotta be Somalia though. Why couldn't it be some other country that just want to, like, you know what I mean? Why does it have to be Somalia, fam? I don't like that. We in the news for the wrong reasons, bro.
Mm-hmm. She lost the Super Bowl bet.
Facts. Everybody lost the Super Bowl bet. Those are rough, right?
Yeah.
So Somalia national track and field team, y'all definitely gotta get the
Dummy, yeah.
Now, the last one, you guys are not gonna expect it. And you're gonna be shocked. But I gotta get him. I'm sorry. I have to get him. My next dummy, LeBron James and the I Promise School get the
dummy, yeah.
Because how can you have a school and you ain't had not one 8th grader pass a test?
Yo.
In 3 years?
In 3 years?
Wow.
What are you doing over there? So then the I Promise School came out with a press release and it said, oh, this is a process. I watched Lean On Me. Don't tell me what a process is, right? I watched it. I know exactly what happens in a school. You go ahead, you kick some heads in, you make sure you get the right teachers in there, and you get it done, right? Don't tell me about no process. You got how many kids going in 3 years and nobody can pass the test? I bet you can play basketball though.
Chill, son.
What we doing?
A lot of money invested in.
I love LeBron. Everybody knows that I'll fight anybody for LeBron James, right? You mentioned LeBron James' name, I'm like Candyman. I come out of nowhere.
Fought me
right?
this morning.
I fought him this morning, and he was just trying to make a joke, right? I told him, I said, tread lightly. That's what I told him. That's just a joke, my guy. Like, tread lightly, I don't care, right? I'll fight. Hands and feet, right? But this is bad.
Yeah.
This is bad.
What is
I can't co-sign this.
They didn't pass a math test in 3 years?
3 years!
That shit is wild, bro.
And we talk about multiple children. We're not just talking about one child, right? Sometimes, that's like people that fail their driver's test more than 5 times. Like, there's some people that do that, right? Like, you just can't pass it. But we talking about there's numerous people that come in here and not one person can pass a math test.
I'd have stopped talking about the school, bro.
What we talking about? And then you see LeBron's ex, he exing, right? Talking about all this I Promise stuff. I don't want to see that no more.
Fact.
I want to see no more I Promise until somebody posts a grade.
And these kids keep their promise.
Facts. You keep your promise and do your homework. How about that?
Keep your promise to them kids. Man.
You keep your promise and get them some tutoring. How about that? 3 years?
That's fucking crazy.
I ain't gonna lie to you. So listen, I'll tell you how the school system works. I went to school, right? I went to high school and I was bad at math. It was so bad that I had a math test and I got 7, right? I got 7 on the test, right?
State mandated math test too. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, 7, right?
7.
No, just a regular test. It wasn't no state math. So 7
out of 100.
So I went out of 100, right? So
you fucking suck.
Yeah. So I went home. My mother looked at the shit and she said, "This is not. I don't even know how this is possible, right?" So what she did was, because my mother was smart in math, so she didn't understand how stupid her son was, right? So she realized, all right, cool, you just dumb as hell. I just gotta make sure I have to drop the expectation on you, and now we gotta go get tutoring, right? So she took it in herself to get me tutoring, and guess what? It worked. Right? I went tutoring. I ended up being able to get 75s and 80s, right? I was never a 90. I couldn't get 100 in a math test, but I was able to get a 70 and pass, right? You're trying to tell me that you can't get some of the greatest tutors in the world to go teach these kids how to pass math tests in 3 years? What are we talking about here? You LeBron James, you can afford it.
You gotta understand, when I read the article, I thought
I was shocked. I thought it was a prank.
Maybe they don't take those state tests and
Right.
they're trying to force them on them. Oh no.
They taking them.
They been taking them.
And they failing them.
Son.
And they just passing them along. Yeah, that's all right. You got a 5. Go ahead. Go. Next. Yo, 10. Oh, you improved by 1. Hey, move along. Oh, 30. Oh, man, listen. I remember you had that 5 a couple years ago. 30. Hey.
Better now.
Hey, you're on the road. That's what they said. They literally said in the press conference, right? Or the presser. We you have to give it time. We're trying. Trying? You're going to school. Hey. Relax. Relax. I'm not going that far. But I might have to do it. So LeBron James, I promise, and the Somalia team, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, right? You got these kids out here looking crazy. I got a 7 and I improve. They can be able to improve. They got LeBron James. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. You all are losers today, including the children. I'm sorry, I gotta say that. But you know what? Hold on, I'm not done. Because even I Promise School, guess what they over here advertising now? They advertising low-income housing for the parents. So you can be able to put the parents up there, but you can't afford to. You know what?
Yeah, facts.
Your winners for W of the week. I'm just gonna leave it there. That's all for this week. Claw, what is the kind word of the week, sir?
This is something from the heart, and I really want to take my time to really address this properly. And I appreciate everybody just giving me that space real quick. But Al, I didn't forget, and I hope you didn't either.
There is still an you know what was crazy is that you thought you got away.
No,
There's still an open bet out there.
No. Open bet with an option.
With an option. This is real.
Yeah, man.
This is gonna be an interesting NFL season.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. That's a good.
Oh, you just reminded me that you remember.
Just letting you know.
Just letting you know.
That he knows. That you know.
He knows. That you know exactly.
That we all know.
Yeah, that we all know. Right. I didn't forget.
I just got a question for you. I've been puzzling me for 2 minutes now. Why didn't you just put a 0 behind the 7?
I wasn't that smart. I told you that.
He told you failed the math test.
You're
not paying attention.
You're asking me to think on my feet when I got a 7 on the test. I can't barely do equations. You told me I gotta think about that.
Just put a 0 behind.
I was a big
dummy. Yeah.
This is the way it goes. I understand. I had limitations. My mom realized that too. I remember there was one real quick story before we go. I'm maybe 9 or 10. Like I said, my mother was a math genius, right? Like my aunt will tell you that she's a genius. Like she can do long division in her head, right? So I had a homework and I don't know what it was about. I think it might have been problem solving or something like that, whatever. So she's helping me with the homework. So she's like, yeah, come on, this is just read it, comprehend, and then answer it. So I do one of the dummy pose where you do this. When people start doing this and they start looking at their homework, they in trouble, right? When they do that, you in big time trouble, right? So she's like, just read and comprehend. I don't know the answer. So she's like, what? What are you talking about? The answer's right there, right? So I start like, Mom, I'm just not smart, right? I start crying. So she's like, so she felt bad. So she had to walk out of the room because she was really mad. You know what I'm saying? So walk back in the room. She's like, all right, Jay, I'm sorry. Sorry that we have to get you help, right? We have to get you help and we'll be able to figure it out. So she gets me a tutor. So I'm at the tutoring center now. And same problem solving situation is coming up, and the tutor's like, okay, BJ, you could just be able to just comprehend and make sure you do it again. So the tutor is like, yeah, just go ahead and try to process it. Please don't tell my mom when I can't do this, right? So she was like, holy shit, he really can't do this. So what she ended up doing was she did it for me. And when my mom came, she said, yo, look what he did. To this day, I always respect that lady for that. Because she realized that I really had a problem. Like, I wasn't faking it. I wasn't trying to, get over. I was dumb as fuck. Like, real quick, one last one. Yeah.
Nah, but if you went back and seen that question now, bro, you probably fucking...
I'd probably get a 5 on it.
Probably do worse.
Yeah, exactly. But
Misspell my
listen,
name.
everybody, I love y'all. Call Jimmy, a super intern, Phil, Chili McFreeze. You know, listen, you were in and out today. You know, you had a good half hour. You wasn't even here. he was interstellar today. He was going.
Checked out.
Cole, the ones and twos, the silent assassin, Jeff, Al. Appreciate y'all, man.
Thanks, Fab.
Until next week, stay safe, stay cool, stay smart. Peace.
My son is the champ, so get over it.